Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ross Memorial Park. It is Game 3 in Day 2 of the PAC Baseball Championships. And the winner will advance to the championship round tomorrow to face the Thomas More Saints. The loser will go home. And in this contest, the W&J Presidents taking on the Waynesburg University Yellow Jackets. W&J 28-14 overall, Waynesburg 18-24 overall. And W&J falling earlier today to the Thomas More Saints. Waynesburg winning in walk-off fashion about a half hour or so ago, defeating the Bethany Bison and eliminating the Bethany Bison. And the starting pitcher in this contest for the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets, Derek Zavatsky. He actually was the winning pitcher for the Yellow Jackets in the walk-off win. He's already loose. Why not stick with him? He's one of your reliable guys out of the bullpen this year. Derek Zavatsky will continue on the bump for the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. And the first batter he'll face here in this top of the first inning, Michael Ruffing. Also due up Nick Vento and Josh Stanish. Will run down for you the batting orders for both teams as we roll along.
This is one of those situations where Waynesburg coming in has the momentum, having just played. W&J, a little bad taste in their mouth earlier today. Had to sit around and stew over that loss. Comeback win by Thomas More. W&J was up 6-0, ended up losing 9-6.
First pitch of ball to Ruffing to start the contest. Wide of the pitch from Zavatsky. Fastball is strike. One pitch from Zavatsky on its way. We are just underway, and Ruffing drills it to left center field for a base hit, leadoff single for Michael Ruffing.
Excellent start for W&J. Ruffing at the top of the order, setting the table. Getting on base with a leadoff single to left center field. Nick Vento up next. He had a huge first game with a couple home runs, kind of overshadowed by that Thomas More comeback, but he had an excellent day, and we probably should have talked more about him. We didn't, just because of the way that the game kind of developed and spun in Thomas Moore's favor.
Zavatsky to Vento. He drops one in nicely into right field for a base hit. Ruffing now tries to put on the brakes, trying to go back to second, and he does get there safely. It went quite a ways around second base and then slipped and fell down, and eventually does get back into second safely.
Big turnaround second. Not sure if he had the stop sign from Jeff Mountain in the third base coaching box. I thought he could have made it relatively easy. Didn't think there was going to be a play at third base, but decided to hit the brakes and crawl back into second base. That could have been disastrous base running. Ruffing safe, and first two reaching for the Presidents.
Couple of hits to start for W&J. Now it's Josh Stanish. Hit a 3-run homer yesterday against the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. Part of a 14-4 win for W&J over Waynesburg on the opening day of the tournament. Right now it's elimination time. Stanish accepts upstairs for a ball. Stanish 2 for 5 day against Thomas More with a couple of runs scored. Has two ducks on the pond at the top of the first. Just underway from Ross Memorial Park in this third contest of our triple header. That is a strike, 1-1 now on Stanish. Ronnie Parrish waits on deck. He's a designated hitter in this contest. To run down through the order for you, Kyle McLean will play third base and bats fifth. Hitting sixth is Kyle Smith. He'll get the start at second base. Derek McIlvain in right hits seventh. Tyler Schultz at first base hits eighth. And Derek Helbing will be catching, batting ninth. Roller cued into left field on the ground by Stanish for a base hit. Waved around as Ruffing, and he will cross the pay station. It's 1-0 W&J. 3 singles to start.
No doubt this time, Michael Ruffing rounding third was not going to stop. Scoring, standing up. W&J drawing first blood here in game letter E. I guess game number E wouldn't make sense, but game E. Fifth game of the tournament, elimination game. The winner of this contest will take on Thomas More, who's sitting together as a team in the third base bleachers right now, taking this one in, relaxing for the rest of the day.
Derek Zavatsky facing Ronnie Parrish. Parrish was 3 for 5 against the Saints to start the day. Pitch over everybody at home plate. Runners will advance on the wild pitch. Stanish to second, Vento to third. Timmons a hustling job to get to that ball, but nothing he was going to do to prevent the runners from moving 90 feet. Ronnie Parrish, the starting catcher, the first 2 games for W&J in this tournament. Parrish was 1 for 4 against the Yellow Jackets last night with a couple of runs scored. Stanish at second and Vento at third. 1-0 Presidents in the top of the first. Zavatsky, fastball for a strike. Well, as we saw Zavatsky in the late innings against Bethany, effectively wild against the Bison. But has allowed 3 straight singles to the Presidents in this first inning. Zavatsky finds a sign he likes, nods, stares at the runners, brings a 1-1 pitch again, well high. And now Mark Timmons will walk out to talk with Zavatsky. You want to settle that down. We said effectively wild in the first game. Now just wild. Glad you can be with us today on the PAC Sports Network. I'm Randy Gore along with Justin Piles. PAC Sports Network broadcast of the PAC Baseball Championships brought to you in part by Sport Clips, Triple, Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living, Sharps Furniture, Mr. Biggs, Foster Law Offices, Visu Group, and Time Ad Productions.
A couple of bodies down in the Waynesburg bullpen. Certainly a very quick hook. This starts to get out of hand for Zavatsky on the mound.
2-1 fastball drilled to deep right field by Ronnie Parrish. Looking up is Eric Crum, and it's gone. 3-run homer for Ronnie Parrish, and the Presidents continue their trend of hitting the ball out of the park. It's a 4-0 W&J lead.
Ronnie Parrish, power to all fields, but might be strongest to right field. Took that one opposite field, up and out. All 4 reaching base for W&J so far. All 4 have scored. And that's a big 3-run homer to break things open early.
And before Waynesburg can get the bullpen really up and throwing, I mean, they were somewhat, but not to the point where you could bring a guy in. Ronnie Parrish with a 3-run homer. Big jolt. Here's Kyle McLean.
And you know, based on the last game earlier today, W&J is not going to let up any stretch of the imagination. They're going to pour it on here. They're going to play with a purpose in this game.
Zavatsky's pitch, fastball, swung on and missed for a strike. Kyle McLean and the Presidents, you talked about it, they were up 6-0 against Thomas More earlier today, fell 9-6, so no lead will be taken for granted today for the Presidents. Out of this one. They buried Waynesburg last night in the late innings. They're trying to do it early here in this one. 0-1 pitch, low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Four nothing Presidents. Still nobody out of the first inning, and a ground ball, third base line, played in fair territory by Truscott. Throw across the diamond in time to get his counterpart in red and black, Kyle McLean. It's out number 1.
I like the arm by Truscott, ranging over, straddling that foul line, gunning out McLean.
Kyle Smith, he had a home run, 2-run shot yesterday against the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. 5 home runs in this tournament for W&J. Presidents had 9 home runs all season long. 0-1. Check swing, but going around is Smith for strike 2. Wind kicking up a bit before Zavatsky's 0-2. Fastball high. Defensive alignment for the Yellow Jackets. Mark Timmons catching. Matt Bensinger at first base. Neil Yakupin at second. Nathan Morai at short. Jordan Truscott at third. Ben Shorthouse in left. Clay Roman in center. Eric Crum in right. Ground ball headed up the middle and will get through. Base hit for Kyle Smith.
Hit number 5 of the inning for W&J, and Smith alertly speeding around first into second base. Outfielders took a while to get that ball in. Flew around first base, no stopping him, and he's aboard with a double.
A hustling double. No single for Smith. Why settle for that? Hustling double for Kyle Smith. And it's Derek McIlvain.
That was a product of the outfielders playing a little too deep. We saw that at the end of the Waynesburg-Bethany game where the Bethany outfielders were very deep here. Waynesburg outfielders playing up against the fence. Now looks like Coach Humison heading out of the dugout. That could be all for Derek Zavatsky.
Zavatsky 1/3 of an inning in this contest. He went a little deeper in relief in the last one as he was the winner. In the previous contest was Zavatsky, went 2 1/3 to earn the win over Bethany, but here against W&J in a starter's role, lasts just 1/3, serves up an RBI single to Josh Stanish, a 3-run homer to Ronnie Parrish after a ground out by Cal McLean. Cal Smith follows with a double, and that's all she wrote for Zavatsky. So Mike Humiston goes to the bullpen, and while he does so, let's give you the batting order today for the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets as we settle into this contest and this broadcast. The Waynesburg batting order today, leading off and playing right field, is Eric Crum. Nathan Morai hits second, the shortstop. First baseman Matt Bensiger in the third spot of the order. The cleanup man is the DH, John Kletzley. Jordan Truscott hitting fifth at third base. Ben Shorthouse, the left fielder, hits sixth. Clay Roman out in center field in the seventh spot. Mark Timmons catching, hits eighth, and Neil Jacobin at second base hits ninth. Derek Zavatsky, the starter, but he's already out of there. As Connor Furwa into the contest for the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. Give you the numbers on the right-hander, Connor Furwa. 8 appearances, 7 starts. He's 3-2 with a 5.15 ERA in 36 2/3 innings. Has allowed 44 hits, 24 runs, 21 earned, with 8 walks and 10 strikeouts.
These elimination games often turn into an all-hands-on-deck type of situation with regards to pitching. And Waynesburg may need every arm out of that bullpen by the time this game is over if it trends in this direction, because just one out was all Derek Zavatsky could get before Mike Humiston came out to get him. So turning over now to Furwa, try and navigate his way through the rest of this first inning.
So early call to the bullpen, and Waynesburg, after using Zavatsky to earn the win in a walk-off victory, 5-4 over the Bethany Bison. Zavatsky touched up in an instant here against W&J as Waynesburg already behind the 8 ball, 4-0. Smith at second base and Derek McIlvain to face Connor Furwa. Furwa from the stretch takes a look at the runner at second, delivers, and this ball leveled by McIlvain to deep right center, but on the run, cannot make the catch. Clay Roman had his glove on it, but could not hang on, going from second to third. Kyle Smith, and it looked like Clay Roman was going to track that one down. That's why Smith doesn't go any farther than third base, but McIlvain to second.
Most likely an error out there in center field. Had a long way to run, but went off his glove as he was pulling in. Well, it went up as a hit on the board. So roll that as a double for McIlvain. Roman had a long way to go, but looked like he was pulling up a little bit as he was tracking that ball down.
Maybe Alligator armed that one toward the end. 4-0 W&J, and looking for more. Strike delivered to Tyler Schultz. W&J not only driving in runs, they are hammering the baseball here in this first inning.
Yeah, 6 hits, 3 singles, a home run, and a pair of doubles. Rarely do you see back-to-back doubles where nobody scores, but that's what happened there. Smith with a hustling double. Had to hold up on the McIlvain double because that ball was in the air for so long.
Tyler Schultz fouls off the 0-1 out of play, first base side. W&J serving as the road team in this contest. Waynesburg the home team. So W&J on their own home field playing as the road team for 2 straight games. At the coin flip dictating that Waynesburg is at home. 4 runs on 6 hits so far in this inning alone for W&J, and time granted to Tyler Schultz, the right-handed hitting first baseman. Runners at second and third. 0-2. Schultz stays alive, fouls it off. Tomorrow, first game of the championship round, 1 p.m. scheduled start time, and the if necessary game slated for 4. Thomas More, they have already punched a ticket into that contest with an earlier win, 9-6 over the Presidents. Connor Furwa takes a look at the runners at second and third, deals the 0-2. Upstairs to Schultz, eye level, 1-2. Connor Furwa, a sophomore out of Latrobe High School. Made 7 appearances, 4 starts last season. 1-2.
Really enjoys schools that are orange.
He does. The Latrobe Wildcats, the orange and black. Now with the orange and black of the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets, Connor Furwa with a 2-2 count after missing again to Schultz. With 1 away here, 4-0 Presidents. Swung on and missed on the 2-2 pitch. Tyler Schultz is out number 2. Derek Helbing, starting catcher for W&J. And Justin, you got a scouting report on Helbing before this one, as we typically see so much of Ronnie Parrish.
Yeah, excellent defensive catcher. Just picked up his initial hit of the season, the last series against St. Vincent. Typically, you'll see Parrish catch, and then sometimes he'll head out in the outfield. Today, he's DHing, but throughout his career, it's been typical in doubleheaders of him catching one game of that and then participating either in the outfield or as a designated hitter for the back end of doubleheaders. Here, he's getting his legs a little bit of a rest, just hitting tonight.
Helbing 1 for 20 on the year. On the 1-0, takes a strike. But known for his defensive abilities, a couple of RBI. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. 4-0 W&J. Connor Furwa and the Yellow Jackets looking for an out to keep this one within reason early. 1-1 pitch. Chopper, slowly hit just past the mound. Charging barehand attempt by Morai. Can't hang on. He juggles it. It's an infield single at RBI for Derek Helbing. And in to score Kyle Smith, 5-0 W&J. McIlvain to third.
That'll help out the batting average a little bit. And Helbing an excellent on-base percentage. He has 10 walks and 30 plate appearances this year. That's good work, a good eye by him. That time he puts bat to ball and beats out an infield hit.
Presidents bat around in the first. Michael Ruffing started it all off with a single. He watches ball 1 downstairs from Furwa. Ruffing also scored to get this run scoring all on the move for W&J in this 5-run first. Runners at the corners for the Presidents. 1-0 outside. Left-handed hitting Ruffing awaits the 2-0. And Furwa's delivery taken for a strike.
Good off-speed pitch that time. Deceptive coming out of the arm. Stayed on the outer half of the plate.
W&J, the reigning PAC champions, trying to get back to the title game. They defeated Thomas More last year in the championship contest. We may indeed have a rematch. 2-1 outside, fastball, 3 balls and 1 strike. Well, Waynesburg making their first tournament since 2005 and earning a walk-off win over the Bethany Bison not all that long ago. 3-1 fastball, a strike on the outer edge, now 3-2. An exciting victory, and you like to enjoy the thrill of the moment, but not much time for that for Waynesburg. W&J, meanwhile, as you talked about, they had to stew on the 9-6 loss for a little longer against Thomas More, but perhaps that just made them angry.
Always an interesting dynamic getting into this game because one of the teams is coming fresh off a win. The other one had to think about a loss for a couple hours.
3-2 misses for ball 4. Bases are loaded for the Presidents, and W&J, who breezed through the conference schedule 21-3 in the regular season. The fact that they did have to stew on their loss doesn't really help matters for Waynesburg. Coming out with a vengeance in the first inning, 5-0 Presidents, and here comes Perry Cunningham to talk with Connor Furwa. Derek Savatsky with the start. He was touched up for 5 runs on his pitching line. Served up an RBI single to Josh Stanish and a 3-run homer to Ronnie Parrish. And led up a double to Kyle Smith, checked out of the game after collecting just 1 out. Connor Furwa serving up a double to Derek McIlvain, pushing Smith to third. Tyler Schultz struck out. Derek Helbing with an infield RBI single. That scored Cal Smith from third. And again, that run was charged to the starter, Zavatsky. And after that, a walk has loaded them up. Walk to roughing. And Perry Cunningham concludes his meeting with Furwa. Now it's Nick Vento, who's already 1 for 1 in this inning, singled and scored. And another right-hander loosening for Waynesburg. Pitch low, ball 1.
I think out in the bullpen is still Meyer. Warmed up at the end of last game.
Long look at the signs from Connor Furwa. Comes settled on the bump. 1-0. Big rip swing and a miss for strike 1. Vento thinking about another home run. He hit a pair of home runs against Thomas More earlier today. One over the right center field fence, another one to dead central. The one in center field was crushed. Bases loaded, 2 outs, already 5-0 Presidents. 1-1 breaking ball on the outside corner. The home team in this tournament, meaning the team that bats in the bottom half of innings, has been victorious in every game so far. But W&J with other thoughts in this one. A single by Vento to center. Into scores McIlvain. 6-0 W&J.
Going just station to station, so bases remaining loaded. Helbing to third, Ruffing to second. Stanish about to take his second crack at the first inning here at the plate. 11 hitters. Stanish being the 12th now come to the dish for W&J. Waynesburg still hasn't hit in this game yet. Still in the top of the first.
Bases still juiced for the Presidents. Offering outside from Furwa to the left-handed hitting Stanish. Ball 1. W&J had 15 hits against Thomas More this afternoon, but fell 9-6. They already have 8 hits, leading 6-0 over Waynesburg. Top of the first, and a single to center field. Stanish drives in, Helbing, another being waved around, and touching home plate, Michael Ruffing. 8-0 Presidents in the first. 2-run single by Josh Stanish. How would you like to have in the first inning a 2-for-2 performance and 3 RBIs?
Some people will take that for an entire game. 2 for 2, maybe mix in a couple more plate appearances, a walk or two, but they'll certainly take the number of RBIs. Everybody will take an 8 spot anywhere they can. W&J with an 8 spot here in the top of the first inning. And another visit to the mound by Mike Humiston.
So that's it for Furwa, who's made 7 starts this year, hoping to get some innings out of him. Not so for Mike Humiston, as he uses his 3rd pitcher of the first inning. And anytime you make that statement, you know the first inning is not going well for you. As another right-hander out of the pen for the Yellow Jackets. And so as we have our second call to the bullpen of the inning, we're going to pause for a quick break. The score 8-0 W&J in the first. 2 on with 2 out. We'll be right back. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
When you're seriously in debt, you know that feeling. It returns every time the phone rings. Things are out of control. A job you were counting on didn't come through, or you got sick. No matter how it got to this point, your creditors don't care or understand. But I do. I'm attorney Dan Foster, Mr. Debt Buster. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to help. Call 877-673-3282 or visit MrDebtBuster.com. There is a way out, and I'll help get you there.
Foster Law Offices is a debt relief agency helping people file for relief under the U.S. Bankruptcy Code.
Mr. Big's Sports Grill and Tap Room, Washington's premier sports restaurant, offering an all-day lunch and dinner menu featuring a wide variety of items, including Mr. Big's platter, ribs, boneless wings, and shrimp. Stop in and enjoy what's on any of their 25 HD TVs, or relax on the fully seated patio. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 2 a.m. with live entertainment every weekend. Located at 595 Racetrack Road off I-79 at exit 41, down from the Meadows. Mr. Big's.
Welcome back to Ross Memorial Park. We're still in the top of the first inning. The W&J Presidents with an 8-0 lead over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. Ronnie Parrish due up next to face new hurler, right-hander Jacob Meyer. Meyer out of Ellicott City, Maryland, 5'7" freshman. He pitched in last night's game against W&J. And Meyer went 1 inning, giving up 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and no runs. At the pitching line for Meyer in last night's game. With 2 on and 2 outs, Ronnie Parrish, who already has a 3-run homer in the first inning, in this first inning, takes high ball 1.
A tough spot to come in for really any reliever. Couple on, and your first batter already has a home run in the inning.
Myers 1-0, and Parrish drills another one to deep right field, carrying, and it's gone. Another 3-run homer for Ronnie Parrish, and it's 11-0 W&J. Well, we're talking about Stanish's numbers in the first inning. How about 2 home runs and 6 RBI for Ronnie Parrish?
Randy, I got to be honest, I'd rather have 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. That's a good first inning.
Oh, my goodness. Ronnie Parrish. And again, the Presidents playing long ball.
Couple opposite field home runs showing the power to right field out of the right-handed batter's box. All Presidents.
Strike to Kyle McLean. Bases are empty now. McLean, one of the few to be retired in this top of the first inning. 11-0 Presidents. Heading out to the bullpen is Derek Whalen for Waynesburg. And those folks wearing orange and black at attendance are very silent. 1-1 in the dirt from Meyer. 2 balls and a strike. $11 runs on 10 hits this inning. 2-1 Up and into right-handed hitting McLean. 3 balls and a strike. Three-one chopper by McLean to third. Handled by Truscott. Throw high and errant into foul territory. McLean is on as the first continues. E5. Derek Zavatsky, 1/3 of an inning in this first. Allows 5 hits, 5 runs, all earned. No walks, no strikeouts. Connor Furwell, 1/3 of an inning, allows 4 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Meyer gets a strike on the outside corner to Kyle Smith. (11-0) W&J in the top of the first. And this one ripped toward left, but a great reaching catch by the third baseman. Truscott mercifully puts this top of the first inning to an end, at least as far as Waynesburg is concerned. The W&J Presidents pour it on big time, highlighted by 2, count them 2, 3-run homers by Ronnie Parrish. After the top of the first inning, it's W&J 11, Waynesburg coming to bat. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
Yo, what's up? This is the Black Eyed Peas, and we're here for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. Music is one of the most important things in our lives, but nothing is more important than life itself. So when you drink and drive, you're risking the life of yourself and the lives of everybody on the road. Don't plan to drive, just plan ahead.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Ross Memorial Park. It's 11-0 W&J before Waynesburg has even picked up a bat. Starting pitcher for the W&J Presidents is Joe Vita. Vita appeared in last night's game against Waynesburg, went 1 inning, allowed a hit, and that was all. Talk about run support. Joe Vita has to feel plenty comfortable here.
Yeah, he's in good shape right now. 11-run lead, but still a long game. And certainly last game is fresh in the minds of the Presidents. They let a 6-run lead get away from them. Important thing for Vita, throw strikes, get ahead, eat innings.
It's strike 1 on a fastball. The 0-1 pitch fouled to the screen. 0-2 on Eric Crum. Crum 0 for 4 in game 1 today against Bethany. It's game 1 of the afternoon for the Yellow Jackets. Pitch inside. Corkscrews Eric Crum as he avoids the pitch spinning away. With the 11-run lead, the 1-2, Vita accepts high, or delivers high, I should say, to Crum. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit hard, right side of the infield, backhanded and knocked down by Schultz. He'll flip to Vita, covering the bag. Out is made. 3-1 on the out of Eric Crum. Good job by Vita, knowing his job on that play.
Excellent job by Schultz, knocking that ball down, getting in front of that ball, keeping it in front of him, not letting it trickle past him into the outfield, and feeding his pitcher, not waiting till his pitcher got to the base either. You never want those to arrive at the same time, the pitcher getting to the base and the throw. Well, one happen or the other, then the other.
First pitch a strike to Nathan Morey. 0-1 ground ball to Hopper to second. Gobbled up by Kyle Smith. He throws the first. 2 outs. Going back to the first out of the inning as well. And Vita, not a spectator on the play either. He hustles over to first base to help make that play happen. Just doing his job. The 6'3", 215-pound freshman.
Yeah, he could have just sat there on the mound thinking, okay, well, Schultz will just take that one himself. But good job hustling over to just in case. And that's why he's there for the just in case, because he was necessary there.
Matt Bensinger accepts a ball. 1-0 to him. And a fly ball hit well to center. Josh Stanish on the run. That's going to carry over him and went off the fence. Bensinger headed for third. And he will get there standing up. So a triple for Matt Bensinger with 2 outs at the bottom of the first. Waynesburg needs a lot of those. They trail at 11-0.
That takes the first one to really get it going, but you need the first one. And an opportunity here to chip into the lead.
John Kletzley, the DH. Watches strike one. Fastball from Vita. Presidents in their road gray uniforms in this contest with the red numerals and lettering and black trim. Black caps, 0-1 high.
I really don't think they have a bad set of uniforms. We saw the white ones in the first game with that Boston Red Sox type of font, and then they went with the red tops in the second game of the tournament against Thomas More. Here, kind of the classic all-gray look with the red numbers. Looks good.
1-1 at the knees. 1-2.
Waynesburg still wearing their whites. Did not change. They didn't really have any time to do a whole lot of anything. Maybe grab a quick snack in between games, but ready to roll. And kind of a back-to-back situation for them. That ball fouled away by Kletzley. Stay alive, 2-2.
11-0 W&J in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, Bensinger at third. And the 2-2, swing and a miss, popping out of the glove of catcher Helbing. Fires on to first to complete the out. And that ends the inning. Perhaps that might have been a foul tip, but clean swing and a miss. So popping into and out of the glove of Helbing completes the strikeout 2-3, and that ends the frame. A 2-out triple by Bensinger. He's left stranded. Score after one. It is W&J 11. Waynesburg nothing. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
For 3 generations, Sharps Furniture has been proud to serve southwestern PA with their brand of personal service. Being an authorized dealer for Lazy Boy, they are dedicated to providing the finest quality products made here in the U.S. of A. Looking for custom upholstery? Sharps carries a large selection of upholstery to choose from, all made in America. And their friendly staff will deliver right to your front door. Sharps Furniture, your authorized Lazy Boy dealer. Family owned, family operated since 1917. Located just off I-70, exit 19B in Washington, PA. When you are in need of fast, affordable, and professional voiceovers, contact Time Ad Productions. Time Ad Productions offers voice services for business presentations, documentary narrations, radio, television, imaging, and commercials, movie trailers, corporate phone systems, websites, audiobooks, and more. Visit or contact us online at www.timeadproductions.com.
Jacob Meyer stays in the game for the second inning as he brings a strike to Derek McIlvain. 11-0 W&J. If you are tuning in late, you missed quite a bit. An 11-run first inning, including 2 home runs in the first by Ronnie Parrish. Not just 2 home runs, but 2 3-run homers. 1-1 the count on McIlvain. Myers kick, 1-1. Check swing by McIlvain, and he goes around as ruled by our home plate umpire. One, two. McIlvain strokes at the center. Leadoff single. Presidents pick up where they left off in the first.
First baseman, Tyler.
So McIlvain a double in the first inning. Now a leadoff single here in the second. Tyler Schultz 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Schultz Sr. from Strongsville, Ohio, and Strongsville High School. Goes after the first pitch, hits this one to deep left field. Ben Shorthouse up toward the fence, makes the catch, crashing into the wall. And it's out number 1, and retreating back to first base is Derek McIlvain. Tremendous catch by Shorthouse at the fence, and he may have taken away a home run.
Boy, great catch, great throw in, too. Just spun and threw. That ball back in the infield in a hurry.
If you're Coach Mike Humiston, you have to love to see that. Score 11-0 and getting all-out effort. This is the last, potentially the last game of the year here for the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets as it sits.
I definitely paid the price out there. You could hear the thump as he smacked into the wall, caught the ball one step, and slammed into the left field wall.
Check of the signs with Jeff Mountain, the head coach of the W&J Presidents. Derek Helbing, infield RBI single and a run scored in the first. 1-0 from Meyer, pitching on the hands and pulling it foul third base side is Helbing, in a bare-hand pick by Jeff Mountain, much to the delight of his dugout.
Yeah, nice work down there. Good footwork. A good job. He set himself, which was the big thing. After he made the play, didn't let his momentum take him away from first base. He's ready to make the throw.
His players love it when he makes a play out there. Pickoff throw, and McIlvain back in safely at first. 11-0 Presidents. All runs scoring in the first inning, including 2 3-run homers from Ronnie Parrish. Another pickoff throw, McIlvain in head first. Again, a pickoff throw, back safely is McIlvain. Jacob Meyer from Mount Hebron High School in Maryland. Bonner Scholar at Waynesburg, and also competed on the indoor track team at Mount Hebron along on the baseball diamond. 1-1 chopper, gloved by third baseman Truscott in foul territory, uncorks the gun and displays the gun. And out at first base, 5-3 to retire Helbing. McIlvain to second.
We saw a play earlier today where he was straddling the foul line. That one, he went beyond the foul line in foul territory, spun and threw, and got his man at first. Excellent defensive play.
2 outstanding plays by the Yellow Jackets in the second inning. Michael Ruffing singled, walked, and scored 2 runs in the first. It's 11-0 Presidents. Breaking ball, a strike on the outer quarter. Michael Ruffing, the sophomore from St. Ignatius High School in Ohio. Looks at strike 2. McIlvain at second base with 2 outs. Meyer checks over the signs with Mark Tibbins. Comes set. Glances over at McIlvain, 0-2. Up at the letters for a ball.
A decent fastball from Meyer. Not the biggest kid out there on the mound, but that one was humming a little bit.
Now the 1-2. Again upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Michael Ruffing was 1 for 5 with a run scored against Thomas More today. Three for 9 for the tournament, including his single in the first. 2-2 to Ruffing. Outside for ball 3, full count. Was 0-2 on Ruffing. Presidents with an 11 spot in the first. Here in the second, the 3-2 pitch. Roughing. Fly ball to left. Will drop it in. Fair territory for a base hit. McIlvain scores 12-0. Roughing for the hustling double. He is safe. Roughing with a hustling double at RBI. 12-0 W&J. Keep the pedal to the metal. W&J again after that first game where they had a 6-0 lead against Thomas More, which vanished. Presidents will not be letting up, especially in the early innings. Nick Vento, 2 for 2. An RBI, 2 runs scored, fouls one off. Vento, a freshman who's had a terrific year out of Franklin Regional High School. Entered the tournament 4th in the conference in batting average, hit .393 in the regular season. 3rd in slugging, and tied for 4th in RBIs in the regular season. Vento, he had 2 home runs in game 1. Ronnie Parrish matched him in the first inning in this one. 0-1 in the dirt. And Parrish did better because his 2 home runs were 3-run shots each. Right-hander loosening in the Waynesburg bullpen. Presidents 11 in the first, 1 in the second. 1-1 fouled off by Vento over the first base dugout and beyond. One, 2, off speed, outside to the right-handed hitting Vento. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 12-0 Presidents with Roughing at second base. Meyer looking for a quality outing and some quality innings for the Yellow Jackets. 2-2, wave and a miss for strike 3, and that ends the frame. First strikeout of the day for Meyer in relief. 1 run for the Presidents on 2 hits, 1 left stranded after 1.5. It's W&J 12, Waynesburg nothing. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help. Call us at 1-877-889-0965. That number, 877-889-0965. Or visit us online at triple.com and on Facebook.
Presidents 12, Yellow Jackets nothing. Bottom of the second inning, Jordan Truscott, Ben Shorthouse, and Clay Roman to face Joe Vita, the starting hurler for the Presidents. Mentioned that Vita pitched in last night's game against Waynesburg and did not allow a run. Vita for the season, in the regular season, 2-2 record in 9 appearances and 3 starts, gets a ground ball, first pitch swinging. Jordan Truscott hits it to shortstop Roughing. 1 pitch, 1 out, 6-3. Recording the out of Truscott. But going back to Vita, they had 2-2 in the regular season, 5.56 ERA in 22 2/3 innings. Then Shorthouse goes after the first pitch, drops it down the right field line, and it will roll into the quarter. Headed to second and stopping there. It's a stand-up double for Ben Shorthouse.
Oh, Waynesburg getting good mileage out of their hits. Only 2 of them so far, but both have gone for extra bases. A triple by Bensinger in the first and a double now by Shorthouse with 1 out in the second.
Here's Clay Roman. 12-0 W&J, 1 out, 1 on in the bottom of the second for Waynesburg. And this one drilled into center field. Base hit for Roman. Held at third is Shorthouse. As Stanish comes up throwing from center field. Runners at the quarters for Waynesburg in the second.
Roman actually hit that one too hard to score a run and got out Stanish on a couple of bounces. Shorthouse forced to stay at third base. Runners on the corners now for Waynesburg, but still a threat to score, and why risk it at this point, down 12 runs.
Waynesburg catcher Mark Timmons will bat for the first time in this game. Timmons 0 for 3 with a run scored against Bethany. Pitch in the dirt, taking off for second is Roman. He's there standing. Wild pitch advances Roman 90 feet. Two in scoring position with 1 out for Waynesburg. Hoping to get on the board here in the second, trailing by a dozen. 1-0 breaking ball. Drops in nicely for a strike for Joe Vita. Vita's 1-1. This one hit well to left. And Vento unable to make the catch on this one. It's a book rule double. Sails over him and then bounces over the fence. 2-run double for Mark Timmons, and Waynesburg cuts it to 12-2.
Now that was a shot off the bat of Timmons. Vento a little turned around, but I don't think even if he ran directly to where that ball was going to land, that he was going to make the catch. One hopped and then over the fence.
And ball hit well over Vento. I agree. I don't think he makes the catch even if he doesn't twist and turn. That ball drilled. Neil Jakobin, the next hitter for Waynesburg. Jakobin 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored against Bethany. Skies one down the right field line. Long run for Schultz beyond his reach. Strike one in foul territory. Well, that time of year in athletics, and this year you have the NFL draft in the mix now in May. NFL draft, NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball regular season.
Lots of things going on tonight in addition to a lot of college baseball tournaments going on right now.
0-1 pitch. Jakobin lays off the bender low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Checking on that draft, Derek Carr was just taken by the Raiders a couple picks ago, the 4th quarterback taken in the draft. Joining first-round picks, Blake Bortles, Johnny Manziel, and Teddy Bridgewater, last pick of the first round.
1-1. Another high fly ball down the right field side. Long run for McIlvain. He does make the catch, tracks it down in foul ground. Tagging from second and moving to third is Timmons. 2 away in the inning. McIlvain with tremendous speed. Had to go a long way, but does haul it in. So Jakobin retired. As here is Eric Crum, who's 0 for 1. Offering a strike to Crum. Thomas More Saints living in luxury in a sense, because that win earlier today, they could watch, listen to these games, or just grab some dinner, do whatever, and relax is the most important thing.
Just relax.
Get ready for tomorrow.
Try to stay off your feet.
Time granted to Crum before an 0-2 pitch to him. 2 outs, runner at third, Mark Timmons. 12-2, Presidents leading Waynesburg. In the bottom of the second, the 0-2 just misses on that fastball.
Another one where I think everybody involved thought that it was going to be a strikeout. Crum started walking away from the plate.
Yeah, I don't know where that missed to even describe it. 1-2 is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Crum hit W&J hard last night. Part of a 2-for-5 effort and 2 runs scored. 2-2. Ground ball right side of the infield. Diving play made by Schultz. Up to his feet. Flips to Vita at the bag for out number 3. Top shelf play by Schultz to end the inning. Waynesburg comes up with a pair, but one left stranded after 2 innings. It's W&J 12, Waynesburg 2. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
When you're seriously in debt, you know that feeling. It returns every time the phone rings. Things are out of control. A job you were counting on didn't come through, or you got sick. No matter how it got to this point, your creditors don't care or understand. But I do. I'm attorney Dan Foster, Mr. Debt Buster. I'm not here to judge, I'm here to help. Call 877-673-3282 or visit MrDebtBuster.com. There is a way out, and I'll help get you there.
Foster Law Offices is a debt relief agency helping people file for relief under the U.S. Bankruptcy Code.
Mr. Big's Sports Grill and Tap Room, Washington's premier sports restaurant, offering an all-day lunch and dinner menu featuring a wide variety of items, including Mr. Big's platter, ribs, boneless wings, and shrimp. Stop in and enjoy what's on any of their 25 HD TVs, or relax on the fully seated patio. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 2 a.m. with live entertainment every weekend. Located at 595 Racetrack Road off I-79 at exit 41, down from the Meadows. Mr. Big's.
12-2 W&J over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. Final contest of the afternoon and evening. Game 1, Thomas More defeating W&J 9-6. In Game 2, Waynesburg in walk-off fashion tops Bethany 5-4. And in the third game of our triple header, W&J on top of Waynesburg 12-2 in the top of the third inning. Josh Stanish will start off the frame. He's 2 for 2. With 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Fastball high from Jacob Meyer, ball 1. Stanish had what would be a terrific first inning for everyone in a baseball uniform, except for Ronnie Parrish hit 2 home runs in the first inning. Both 3-run shots. 1-0 pitch, Stanish pops it out of play. On the third base side, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, we were marveling at Stanish's effort in the first, and then Ronnie Parrish hit his second 3-run homer of the frame.
Yeah, he won the inning.
He certainly did. Drove in 6 of the 11 with just a couple of swings. 1-1 pitch. Stanish pulls one hard but foul, right field side. 12 runs on 12 hits for the Presidents, 2 runs on 4 hits, and 1 error for Waynesburg. Outstanding defensive play to end the bottom of the second inning by first baseman Tyler Schultz. On a 3-1 out, combining with pitcher Joe Vita. 1-2, out of play, off the bat of Stanish. Stanish, what a career he has had in a W&J uniform. A 3-time All-PAC first-team selection, 2-time first-team All-Mid-East selection from D3Baseball.com. 1-2 in the dirt to him. Stanish and Eddie Nogue, who was a winning pitcher yesterday for W&J, both selected as D3Baseball.com preseason first-team All-Americans. Myers 2-2. Stanish accepts low, full count. 12-2 Presidents. Stanish leading off the third inning. Myers payoff pitch. Ground ball right side of the infield. Diving effort by Jakobin, but passed his glove into right center field on the ground for a base hit.
Third hit in as many innings for Stanish. W&J just continues to hit. 13 now piled up by the Presidents. And you're talking about Ronnie Parrish. Here he is looking to make it 3 for 3 in opposite field home runs. although he could not make it a 3-run home run.
Yeah, one thing Parrish can't do here, it's hit a 3-run homer. Although some here have said he is that good, he somehow can't. One runner on with nobody out. Parrish takes low in the dirt. One ball and no strikes.
I'd be very surprised if you saw anything straight in the zone here.
Parrish, when he hit that second ball, he knew it was gone too. Big smile on his face, as well as most of the presidents. How can you not be smiling ear to ear after hitting your second home run of a single inning? Couple of pickoff throws to check Stanish. 12-2 our score, favoring the Presidents. Another throw. The check Stanish. Tomorrow, game 1 of our championship round will be a 1 p.m. contest. Game 2, if necessary, slated for 4. 1-0. That is high. 2 balls and no strikes. If it goes Thomas Moore's way, they'll wrap it up after the 1 p.m. game. And so far, Jeff Hetzer, when he's drawn up a blueprint for this tournament, it's
worked out.
It's been perfect. 2-0. Ball hit to left. In comes Shorthouse. Slides to his right to make the catch. 1 away. Stanish stays put at first.
Good swing, powerful swing, but off the end of the bat. So, first ball Parrish has hit tonight that's been playable. He's the first out of the third.
Kyle McLean 0 for 2. Reached on an error and also grounded out. Part of his 2 at-bats in the first inning. W&J with an 11-run first. Ground ball by McLean, left side of the infield. Underneath the glove of third baseman Truscott. Morai plays it in the hole. Throw to first, not in time. Infield single for McLean. Moves Stanish to second. Once that scoots under Truscott's glove, tough to get it out.
Right. Yeah, tough play for Morai, having to range and then throw back across his body. Not enough steam on that throw.
Kyle Smith with a double and a run scored and a line out. Part of his at-bats in the first inning. W&J not only batting around, but only 3 batters didn't hit twice in the first inning, or didn't come to the plate twice in the first inning. Fastball up at the letters, ball 1 from Jacob Meyer. We have had some exciting baseball today in day 2. 1-0 pitch is low, 2 balls and no strikes. Some exceptional performances already in this game. It's a 10-run lead, but in building that 10-run lead, Ronnie Parrish, we mentioned the 2 3-run homers in the first inning alone. 2-0 pitch, a strike now to Smith. Good defensive efforts on both sides. Ben Shorthouse, great catch in left field. 2-1. Fly ball to deep right. Crum on the run. He'll get to it, makes the catch. 2 down in the inning, tagging from second and moving to third, Josh Stanish. Runners are the quarters for Derek McIlvain.
Well, even the President's outs travel a long ways. That ball was given a ride to right field. Good job by Crum reading that off the bat, not getting turned around out there. Ball slicing a little bit towards the right field corner, but he was able to make the catch a few steps shy of the wall.
McIlvain 2 for 2, a double, a single, and 2 runs scored. Pickoff throw to check McLean. Next pitch. First pitch to McIlvain. It's fouled off for strike 1. And a couple of pickoff throws before McIlvain seeing a pitch in this at bat. Cloudy skies above the ball yard here at Ross Memorial Park. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball outside. 1-1 as Meyer snaps the glove at the baseball on its way back. Bit upset after missing on that last pitch. Here comes the 1-1. Low this time. 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch and a liner into left field in front of Shorthouse. Base hit. The Presidents add on, scoring for the 3rd straight inning. RBI single for McIlvain brings home Stanish. It's 13-0 W&J.
Relentless offense. That's how we described W&J before this tournament started. They're showing it right now. Not complacent at all with an 11-run first inning, 1 in the second, now 1 in the third.
And we expected the no-let-up type of play here in this game in particular after the Presidents fell earlier this afternoon. Fastball to Tyler Schultz's strike. This Presidents batting order from top to bottom is very dynamic. Usually you don't see as much power as we have observed in this tournament, but W&J like to press you with their running game, and in the tournament thus far, play it right out of the yard.
Really squaring up a lot of baseballs.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Tyler Schultz. He's 0 for 2. They make a couple of terrific plays on the dive at first base. Well out in front of a breaking ball from Meyer for strike 2.
I think Schultz is the only one who doesn't have a base hit yet for the Presidents. Yep, that looks right.
You are correct. Yeah, only player without a hit. But has contributed, as we mentioned, with the defensive plays. 13-2. And the 1-2 pitch popped up on the infield. Shortstop Morai behind the mound will make the catch for out number 3. Presidents score 1 run on 3 hits, 2 left stranded. And after 2.5 innings, it is W&J 13, Waynesburg 2. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
Yo, what's up? This is the Black Eyed Peas, and we're here for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. Music is one of the most important things in our lives, but nothing is more important than life itself. So when you drink and drive, you're risking the life of yourself and the lives of everybody on the road. Don't plan to drive, just plan ahead.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
It's all W&J 13-2 over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Nathan Morai, Matt Bensiger, and John Kletzley, the batters for the Yellow Jackets. Joe Vita, the starting pitcher today for W&J. Before he stepped on the mound, it was already 11-0. And Vita brings a pitch that's pulled down the left field line by Morai and a foul ball. Strike 1. Morai 0 for 1, bounced out to second baseman Cal Smith in the first. Cal Smith getting the start at second base in the second game of the day for the Presidents. In game 1, some struggles at second defensively for Anthony Palladino. 0-1 pitch, a ball. Now the 1-1 on its way. Ground ball hit to short. Charging in and to his right, roughing Gloves, throws, and retires Morai for out number 1.
Nice smooth play by roughing it short.
Matt Bensinger tripled in the first. Left-handed hitting first baseman for the Yellow Jackets. Takes outside ball 1. Bensinger 0 for 3 with a run scored against Bethany earlier today. Looks at a strike here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 13-2 W&J. One. Low this time. 2 balls and a strike. Glad you could be with us for the PAC Baseball Championships on the PAC Sports Network. 2-1, high fly ball, left center field. And Bento and Stanish unable to get to it. It bounces in the gap and over the fence. A triple and now a double for Matt Bensinger. 1 out, 2 bagger here in the third.
Boy, that was impressive power. Opposite field power alley. More center than left field. It was in the air for a while. Neither Stanish nor Vento could run it down.
John Kletzley, strikeout victim in the first. Only strikeout of the day so far for Joe Vita. But if you're Vita, you're not worried about strikeouts. You just want to pump it in there, fill the zone with strikes, and collect outs.
Worried about strikes. My defense helped me out. We've already seen some great defense. It's done a nice job distributing, too. Ground balls are very democratic. Left side of the infield, the right side of the infield. Done a nice job.
Pitch a ball low to Kletzley. Forces Helby to come out and talk with his pitcher. The runner at second base, making sure they have the indicator right on the same page. 13-2 Presidents. Waynesburg with a double by Bensinger with 1 out. And Kletzley on the 1-0 takes it low, 2 balls and no strikes. And now Helbing wants to come out again and talk to Vita. Perhaps still not the pitch he was expecting.
Don't know how often Vita threw to Helbing this year. Limited time for both of them on the mound and plate, behind the plate, respectively. Just trying to find a sign that they all can agree on. Wow, just
big gust of wind.
Yeah, tie some of our stuff down here.
Swing and a miss for strike 2 and 1.
That's a cooler gust of wind too, which is different than what we've been feeling most of the tournament.
Now I think
sometimes means that rain is behind it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think I know what that means, even though Kevin Fenstermacher is shaking his head no. 2-1, it's a strike, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think Kevin could go stand out on the mound in the middle of a downpour, and he would deny that it's actually raining.
Yeah, looking at the radar, it's coming.
There's green heading our way.
Won't be long, though. Meaning it won't last long once it's here. 2-2 fouled off, wasted to the netting. 13-2 Presidents. Battling at the dish, John Kletzley.
That may actually, depending on which way it's moving, miss us to the north a little bit.
2-2, liner into left center field. That'll drive in a run. In to score is Bensinger as the ball rolls to the fence. Kletzley will stop at second with an RBI double. Waynesburg cuts it to 13-3.
A bevy of extra base hits for the Yellow Jackets. 5 in this game already. Triple, 4 doubles. Just keep plugging away on the Waynesburg side. Still a ton of ball games still to go.
Jordan Truscott, our Mr. Big's big player of the game for his game-winning base hit to beat Bethany 5-4. Looks at ball 1. Truscott 0 for 1 in this contest. One thing Mike Humiston will have to be pleased about out of his Yellow Jackets, regardless of the outcome, is their effort. Pitch jams. Truscott pops it high to center, and Stanish there to make the catch. 2 outs. Kletsley stays put at second. See, terrific catches made defensively out of the Yellow Jackets. And as you talked about, plenty of extra base hits. They have 6 hits. Only 1 is not an extra base hit. 4 doubles and a triple. With the 10-run lead, Veda delivers inside, ball 1 to Ben Shorthouse. Shorthouse doubled and scored in the second. The pause of the pitch and the 1-0 hit well to right on his horse. McIlvain will track it down for out number 3. Couple of doubles, 1 run in for the Yellow Jackets after 3. The score, W&J 13, Waynesburg 3. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
For 3 generations, Sharp's Furniture has been proud to serve southwestern PA with their brand of personal service. Being an authorized dealer for Lazy Boy, they are dedicated to providing the finest quality products made here in the U.S. of A. Looking for custom upholstery? Sharp's carries a large selection of upholstery to choose from, all made in America. And their friendly staff will deliver right to your front door. Sharp's Furniture, your authorized Lazy Boy dealer. Family owned, family operated since 1917. Located just off I-70, exit 19B in Washington, PA.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help. Call us at 1-877-889-0965. That number, 877-889-0965. Or visit us online at triple.com and on Facebook.
Jacob Meyer to pitch to Derek Helbing to start the top of the 4th. 13-3 W&J over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. A strike from Meyer to begin the frame. 11-run first inning. That's all you need to know, really. 0-1. Ground ball left side of the infield. Sliding to his right. Morai plays it. High throw, but coming back down on the bag, Bensinger at first base. One away. Great job by Bensinger to climb the ladder to reel that in.
He's done a great job all tournament long, dealing with some throws not on the mark. Seen him go up the ladder a couple times. That time coming back down right on first base. 1 out in the inning.
Michael Ruffing, 2 for 2, a single, a double, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Also a walk. Ruffing watches strike 1. Something off speed from Jacob Meyer. Meyer was the 3rd pitcher in the first inning. He has stayed in ever since. Working in this 4th. 0-1 delivery. Fastball on the outside edge. 0-2 on Ruffing. $13 runs on 15 hits for W&J, and 2 3-run homers in the first inning by Ronnie Parrish. Fastball high.
Our pitch started high and ended higher.
1-2 to Ruffing. One, 2. And a hard ground ball through the right side. Base hit. 1 out single for Ruffing. He's 3 for 3. 16 hits now for the Presidents.
The looks like we dodged some bad weather looking towards the north and east, some really dark clouds. Back towards the west, not as much.
Always in knowing this Washington area and this facility in particular, if the skies are lighter down I-70, then, and it hasn't rained yet, then you're in good shape. So I think you're right. I think we dodged some of those dark clouds and that storm cell that was headed our way. Fastball a ball to Nick Vento. Couple of hits, 2 singles, an RBI, and 2 runs scored, 2 for 3. There's the 1-0. Vento didn't mean to, check swing, slow roller, third base side. Played on the glove by Truscott, and he'll just hold on to it. Wisely so. Infield single for Nick Vento.
Well, sometimes those are the best kind of hits. He didn't mean to, check swing, turns into a swinging bunt, and Vento is aboard. Couldn't have placed that one any better if he had rolled it out there.
NHL playoffs, Pittsburgh Penguins trailing the New York Rangers 2-0 at the end of one period. Penguins with a 3-1 series lead, trying to close that one out. Rangers have other thoughts.
Yeah, Rangers are a pesky team, have a good goaltender. Always tough to play against those kind of teams.
Ground ball by Stanish, just past Jakobin. Oh, that'll get under the glove of Crum and all the way to the fence. Ruffing scores. Vento will score. Stanish held up at third. It'll be a base hit and an error on Crum that allows 2 runs to score. One RBI that brings home Ruffing. And then Vento scores on the air, and Stanish all the way to third on the E9. And Ruffing at second on the base hit. I figure that he would have scored on that hit. (15-3) W&J as they tack on 2 more. They've scored in every inning. We're in the top of the 4th. Ronnie Parrish fouls one out of play. Parrish, 2 for 3 with 6 RBI and 2 home runs. Just have to marvel at the stat line of Ronnie Parrish.
Well, Stanish and Parrish responsible for 10 RBI.
1 out in the 4th. 15-3 W&J. Jacob Myers 0-1. Chopper over the mound. Played to his left by the shortstop Morai. Throw from the second base bag area in time. But it's an RBI ground out for Parrish. Give him 7 ribbies now on the day. Stanish in from third. And it's 16-3.
Excellent dig on the back end of that throw by Bensinger. Picking that out of the dirt. That looked like trouble. He was able to field that nicely.
Kyle McLean 1 for 3 with a single. Pops one up down the right field side and drifts out of play. Pittsburgh Pirates in action tonight at home in the bottom of the 3rd, leading the St. Louis Cardinals 2-0. Here it's 16-3 W&J over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. 16 runs on 18 hits. Bases are empty with 2 outs in the 4th. And Kyle McLean takes the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Meyer dealing to McLean.
Excited for Sunday. Tickets to the Sunday night baseball game at PNC Park. It should be a good time. First night game in PNC Park, or first Sunday night game in PNC Park history. They'll play the Cardinals that night.
1-1 strike at the knees on McLean. Primetime game at PNC Park. Against the Cardinals, a team they'd like to get back at. Here comes a 1-2 from Meyer. Fastball outside. Well, they're working on some of that right now. 2-0 lead in the top of the 4th. That game moves to in the Golden Triangle. Here it's 16-3 Presidents. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Chopper to short. Waiting on the second hop is Morai. Guns it to first, and it's low and by Bensinger. McLean is safe on the error on Morai. Second error of the inning. 3 errors total now on Waynesburg. Our third year covering the PAC Baseball Championships on the PAC Sports Network. Glad to have our sponsors a part of it. As the roller to third and firing across the diamond, Jordan Truscott to retire Kyle Smith. 5-3 to end the frame. Presidents with 3 more. 3 hits, an error, and 1 left stranded after 3.5 innings. It's W&J 16, Waynesburg 3. You are listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
When you are in need of fast, affordable, and professional voiceovers, contact Time Ad Productions. Time Ad Productions offers voice services for business presentations, documentary narrations, radio, television, imaging, and commercials, movie trailers, corporate phone systems, websites, audiobooks, and more. Visit or contact us online at www.timeadproductions.com.
When you're seriously in debt, you know that feeling. It returns every time the phone rings. Things are out of control. A job you were counting on didn't come through, or you got sick. No matter how it got to this point, your creditors don't care or understand. But I do. I'm attorney Dan Foster, Mr. Debt Buster. I'm not here to judge, I'm here to help. Call 877-673-3282 or visit MrDebtBuster.com. There is a way out, and I'll help get you there.
Foster Law Offices is a debt relief agency helping people file for relief under the U.S. Bankruptcy Code.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th inning is Clay Roman. Mark Timmons and Neil Jacobin also due up for the Yellow Jackets, who trail W&J 16-3. Presidents put on a thumping on the Yellow Jackets last night, 14-4. And an 11-run first inning as the Presidents up big time in this one. Pitch a strike from Joe Vita on the inside corner to Clay Roman. Wind continues to pick up here at Ross Memorial Park, and looking at the radar, while we dodged some storm clouds, I think more are headed this way. They're actually down in the Waynesburg area right now, and some in Ohio and in the West Virginia Panhandle. Ground ball to third on a couple of hops. McLean with the rifle, and it's out number 1 of Roman.
And typically you'll see third baseman come get that ball. McLean let it take that second hop, sat back on his back foot. He just wanted to show off that rifle from third.
Mark Timmons, a 2-run double in the second inning for the Yellow Jackets. And a ground ball, third base side again. Moving to his left this time, McLean handles the 2-hopper. Delivers an accurate toss to retire Mark Timmons. Did not have to release as hard or as quick of a throw to get Timmons. So back-to-back ground outs to third. Here is Neil Jacobin. Joe Vita, the starter for the Presidents. Pop up out of play, right side of the ball yard. Oh, 1. Ground ball slowly hit past the mound. Charging in, roughing, gloves, throws, and gets. Neil Jacobin to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Yellow Jackets for the first time today. After 4 innings, it's W&J 16, Waynesburg 3. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
Mr. Big's Sports Grill and Tap Room, Washington's premier sports restaurant, offering an all-day lunch and dinner menu featuring a wide variety of items, including Mr. Big's platter, ribs, boneless wings, and shrimp. Stop in and enjoy what's on any of their 25 HD TVs, or relax on the fully seated patio. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 2 a.m. with live entertainment every weekend. Located at 595 Racetrack Road off I-79 at exit 41, down from the Meadows. Mr. Biggs.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
Top of the 5th, 16-3, W&J over Waynesburg. 11-run first inning, including 2 3-run homers by Ronnie Parrish. That's what has W&J up big in this one. Derek McIlvain leads off the 5th against Jacob Meyer. Pitch a strike on the outer corner. McIlvain 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Wind blowing so hard it actually blows the cap off the head of Jacob Meyer. I'm sure you could hear that gust over our crowd mic, along with some rustling papers.
A little bit.
0-1 from Meyer. McIlvain, chopper first base side, gloved by Bensinger. He'll take it himself. 1 down in the 5th. Tyler Schultz 0 for 3. Our PAC Sports Network coverage of the PAC Baseball Championships brought to you by Sport Clips, Triple Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living, Sharp's Furniture, and a fly ball to center field. On the run, Clay Roman, and that one bounces over the fence for a double.
Well, Tyler Schultz, the last president to get a hit in this game, but emphatic. Book rule double out in center field.
So book rule double for Tyler Schultz. As we're saying, broadcasts of the PAC Baseball Championships brought to you by Sport Clips, Triple, Sharp's Furniture, Mr. Biggs, Foster Law Offices, Visu Group, and Time Ad Productions.
Well, definitely dodged a little bit of rain here because the Pirates and Cardinals are now in a rain delay at PNC Park, so a little bit north of here.
Delivery a strike to Derek Helbling. Helbling RBI single and a run scored in the 1st. So the Pirates in a rain delay now.
Yep.
0-1. In the dirt, dug out by Mark Timmons.
Get that tarp on the field at PNC.
So it's bad for Pittsburgh. It's good for Washington. With a nod of approval from Kevin Fenstermacher, Assistant Commissioner of the PAC. Joe Anderko also here on hand. We'll talk with him during tomorrow's PAC Championship, the championship round.
You want to talk some Cleveland Browns draft strategy?
No, I don't think. We'll stick to PAC athletics, I think. Thomas More softball team with a good run in the NCAAs. 2-1 fouled off by Helbing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. It's 16-3, W&J leading Waynesburg with Schultz at second. Saints winning today over Chicago and moving on in the NCAA tournament. 2-2 pitch, Bender in the dirt, full count. And we probably know more about the Cleveland Browns than we ever
wanted to know.
Ever want to know or dream of knowing.
I'm just so glad I'm not a Browns fan. And I felt like that before I came in here, but after listening to Browns fans,
Very excited about Johnny Manziel. Payoff pitch. Popped high into shallow center. Drifting back is second baseman Yakupin to make the catch. 2 outs in the fifth. Schultz still at second base. It's 16-3, W&J.
No, that is a good pick, Johnny Manziel. It's nice to see teams that aren't necessarily headliners get superstar type of players. Certainly coming from college to the NFL is different, but you never know how it's going to project. But good for Cleveland for taking a chance on him. Definitely a great talent. Really tore up the SEC in his 2 years at Texas A&M.
Certainly a name brand, that's for sure. Ruffing takes a strike, outer third. Ruffing 3 for 3, a walk, 3 runs scored and an RBI.
As a Pirates fan, I know what it's like to have a team that can't ever get over the hump. Cleveland really hasn't been able to get over the hump since they've came back into the league in 1999.
0-1. Breaking ball, a strike, now 0-2. Again, the cap of Meyer blown off by a strong breeze. That time mid-delivery. $19 hits for the Presidents. Leading by 13.
A lot of teams would like to have that in an entire game.
0-2 in the dirt. The Presidents in the tournament. 13 hits last night against Waynesburg. Earlier today against Thomas More. 15 hits. And now one-upping that, 19 hits. Certainly still eligible for plenty more. 1-2, and a hard ground ball, backhanded by shortstop Morai for Waynesburg. Toss to first, retires Ruffing. And the side is retired. 1 double. 1 runner left on. The double by Schultz. The score after 4.5 innings. It's W&J 16, Waynesburg 3. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships brought to you by Sport Clips.
Yo, what's up? This is the Black Eyed Peas, and we're here for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. Music is one of the most important things in our lives, but nothing is more important than life itself. So when you drink and drive, you're risking the life of yourself and the lives of everybody on the road. Don't plan to drive, just plan ahead.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
For 3 generations, Sharp's Furniture has been proud to serve southwestern PA with their brand of personal service. Being an authorized dealer for Lazy Boy, they are dedicated to providing the finest quality products made here in the US of A. Looking for custom upholstery? Sharp's carries a large selection of upholstery to choose from, all made in America. And their friendly staff will deliver right to your front door. Sharp's Furniture, your authorized Lazy Boy dealer. Family owned, family operated since 1917. Located just off I-70, exit 19B in Washington, PA.
16-3, W&J in the bottom of the fifth. Top of the order due up for Waynesburg. Eric Crum, Nathan Morai, and Matt Bensinger. Joe Vita. The right-hander with the first pitch of the inning, fouled to the netting behind home plate for strike 1. Eric Crum 0 for 2 today. Retired a couple of times on ground balls to first baseman Tyler Schultz. Both terrific plays, the second of which, in particular in the second inning, was a top-notch effort. And Eric Crum talking with our home plate umpire before another pitch. Not sure what that discussion might have been about, but the 0-1 is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Liner to center for Crum and a base hit. Leadoff single. Well, Waynesburg, the last couple of years, making it to the ECAC South tournament, winning the tournament last year. This season, a 13-11 PAC record, with a chance to win a conference crown, beating Bethany this afternoon, trailing big time here to W&J now, but pretty good season for the Yellow Jackets. Fly ball to right off the bat of Nathan Morai. It's a catch by right fielder McIlvain, one away in the fifth. Matt Bensinger, a triple and a double to his credit so far. If he gets a home run here, we'll be watching for the cycle.
If he gets a single here, we'll be watching for the cycle.
Also, you're right. And Bensinger jammed up by Vita, strike one as he fouls it away. Chances become more realistic, of course, with the home run coming first if he can.
Well, he picked up the hardest triple. That's always the most difficult one.
0-1 fouled away over the third base seating area and beyond. Right-hander starting to loosen for Waynesburg in the bullpen. Runner at first in one out. 16-3. W&J leading the Yellow Jackets. 1-2 now. They count on Bensinger. Vita from the stretch. 1-2. Bensinger takes high. 2-2. Eleven-run first inning for W&J. 2-3-run jacks by Ronnie Parrish. He has 7 RBIs in this contest. 2-2. Liner to left center, slicing away from Stanish. Diving effort, can't get to it, will bounce behind him. Crum will come in to score. Bensinger headed for third, and he'll stop with a stand-up triple, his second triple of the game. This one good for an RBI. Waynesburg with their 4th run.
I had a shot at the home run the hard way. I think if he had been sent, it looked like a good candidate to be in there with the Parker, but why risk it if you're trying to win the ball game? Certainly going to need more.
And I wouldn't run through a hold sign from Mike Humiston anyway. He'd tackle you on the spot.
I say he might reach out and grab you anyway.
And you will come to a quick halt. John Kletzley doubled in a run in the third. Fastball up and away. Bensinger with a pretty good day. 3 for 3, 2 triples and a double.
Well, it's difficult to get 1 triple. Even rarer is the 2 triples in the same game.
Joe Vita, 1-0, jams up. Left-handed hitting Kletzley. Pops it in play, foul ground, but McLean can't get to it in enough time. Didn't hang in the air long enough. New York Rangers opening up a 4-1 lead over the Penguins. 8:50 to go in the second period.
A couple of power play goals for the Rangers in that game, so they're off the schneid in terms of their power play, which was 0 for life, seemingly.
0 for the century, right?
It was in the 30s somewhere, I think, was their drought.
2-1. Ground ball, rolled to first. Played on a couple of hops by Schultz. He'll take the out himself. In to scores Bensinger. The Yellow Jackets keep adding runs. They're down 16-5 now in the bottom of the fifth. Bases are empty with 2 away.
Well, if they stopped W&J after the first inning, that 11-run first, they'd be doing a nice job of chipping away. Unfortunately, W&J added on 3 innings, each of the 3 innings after their 11-run first.
Foul ball straight back by Truscott. That's something that the Presidents couldn't do against Thomas More earlier today. Jumped out 6-0, and Saints rallied for a 9-6 win. Had only 1 more hit the rest of the day after they had built the 6-0 advantage. 0-1. That is low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jordan Truscott. Or go ahead, Justin.
Especially in a game like baseball where there is no clock. Just try and accumulate as many runs as you can because your opponent's going to have the same opportunity.
1-1 ground ball to first. Schultz again plays it himself. First baseman unassisted, and that ends the frame. 2 runs on 2 hits. Nobody left on after 5. It's W&J 16, Waynesburg 5. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help. Call us at 1-877-889-0965. That number, 877-889-0965. Or visit us online at triple.com and on Facebook.
When you are in need of fast, affordable, and professional voiceovers, contact TimeAd Productions. TimeAd Productions offers voice services for business presentations, documentary narrations, radio, television, imaging, and commercials, movie trailers, corporate phone systems, websites, audiobooks, and more. Visit or contact us online at www.timeadproductions.com.
We head to the 6th at Ross Memorial Park, 16-5 W&J over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. And new pitcher of the contest, freshman right-hander Derek Whalen out of Fairfield, PA, and Fairfield High School. We saw Whalen last night, went 1/3 of an inning. And he will face Nick Vento, Josh Stanish, and Ronnie Parrish as they're due up in the 6th.
Pinch hitting for W&J, Corey Bauer hitting an Vento spot.
And we will probably see more new troops checking in with a potential date tomorrow with Thomas Moore.
Stanish in the on-deck circle right now.
Corey Bauer.
I'll try to keep an eye on that for you.
Looks at 1 strike. Bauer with an at-bat last night against Waynesburg was 0 for 1 with a run scored. Home plate, make that catcher, rather, Mark Timmons coming out to talk with Derek Whalen. Whalen this season, no wins or losses in 4 appearances in the regular season, 10.80 ERA in 6 2/3 innings. 0-1 to Bauer. Fastball up and in, hits Bauer. And a base runner aboard for the Presidents. Waynesburg has not retired W&J in order today. In fact, they've only squeaked through 1 inning without allowing a run. That was the 5th. So Josh Stanish is 4 for 4 with 4 singles, 4 RBIs, and 4 runs scored. Have Ronnie Parrish waiting on deck, the designated hitter in this one. Another big gust of wind at Ross Memorial. Wind blowing strong out to right field, but also in toward us here in the press box. Ball 1 to Stanish. Eleven-run first inning for W&J, helping them build a 16-5 lead as we sit here in the 6th. 1-0. Outside offering from Whalen, ball 2. Long pause on the pitch from Whalen. Outside with the heater. 3 balls and no strikes on Stanish. Long check of the signs by Whalen. Brings a 3-0. And it's low to Stanish for ball 4. So hit batsman and now a walk. Vento to second. Or excuse me, make the Bauer rather to second. And Stanish to first. And here is DH, Ronnie Parrish. And he can potentially hit another 3-run homer this time. 2 ducks on the pond, nobody out. Offering from Whalen is a strike on the outer portion of the plate to the right-handed hitting Ronnie Parrish out of Pine Richland High School. Parrish has had a fine career with the Presidents. .5'11", 185-pounder. Breaking ball, a strike from Whalen, 0-2. Parrish, an all-PAC first-team selection last season. Part of this tremendous senior class for W&J. Garnering a lot of playing time as sophomores. Breaking ball up and in toward the elbow of Parrish, 1-2. Presidents winning a championship last year, winning 21 conference games this season, tying their own record. 21 wins in the conference schedule. 1-2, Parrish. It's one foul down the right field line and out of play.
That was another pitch. He was able to get extended on that one a little down in the zone, though. Just fouled it off. That was middle out. He likes being able to extend, go the opposite way, and done that twice tonight.
And both of his home runs over the right field fence. 2 on, nobody out, 16-5 W&J in the 6th, and the breaking ball called strike 3. And it's out number 1 in the 6th. So a strikeout here for Whalen. Brings up Kyle McLean. McLean has reached 3 times. 1 for 4, though, is 2 of the times he has reached by way of an error. Good bender from Whalen for a strike. McLean, all-PAC member, first-team selection last year, along with many of the Presidents. 0-1. McLean takes a strike on the outer edge. Whalen starting to hit his spots now. Was erratic to start on the first 2 hitters. They punched out Parrish and 0-2 on McLean. 16-5 W&J. With 1 out, 2 on in the top of the 6th. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball. Off the end of the bat, foul, first base side. Stare down on the runner at second by Whalen, 0-2. And a swing and a miss by McLean for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for the right-hander. Kyle Smith, double and a run scored in the first inning. He's 1 for 4. Presidents up by 11. Fastball a strike, outer edge.
Looks like during the rain delay at PNC Park, they actually put the Penguins game on the Jumbotron. You can stay outside and get wet and watch the Penguins game.
0-1. Breaking ball up and in to Smith. And with the score of the Penguins game last, we saw 4-1 Rangers. That's doesn't sound like too much fun, sitting in the rain watching the Penguins trail the Rangers by 3 goals. 1-1. Ground ball to third. Truscott will take it himself at the bag for the force out of Bauer, and that ends the inning. A hit batsman, a walk, and 2 left stranded after 5.5. It's W&J 16, Waynesburg 5. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
Vigigroup, a multifaceted graphic designs company that has been producing great designs since 1999, offering creative services like branding, new media, illustration, exhibitions, advertising, direct mail, and annual reports. Everything Vigigroup does is focused on producing outstanding design and service. For a design consultation, email Vigigroup at info@vigigroup.net. Good things come in small packages, and we do big things.
When you're seriously in debt, you know that feeling. It returns every time the phone rings. Things are out of control. A job you were counting on didn't come through, or you got sick. No matter how it got to this point, your creditors don't care or understand. But I do. I'm attorney Dan Foster, Mr. Debt Buster. I'm not here to judge, I'm here to help. Call 877-673-3282 or visit MrDebtBuster.com. There is a way out, and I'll help get you there.
Foster Law Offices is a debt relief agency helping people file for relief under the U.S. Bankruptcy Code.
(16-5) W&J leading the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. Bottom of the 6th, Ben Shorthouse, Clay Roman, and Mark Timmons due up. And Shorthouse digs in. He's 1 for 2. Double and a run scored in the second. Ross Memorial Park, all turf surface with the exception of the dirt cutouts around the bases and pitcher's mound. Strike delivered to Shorthouse. Checked in late in the Bethany game earlier today, 0-1. And this one ripped into left field, down the line for a base hit. And will roll into the corner. Played by Corey Bauer. It's a double, leadoff, 2-base hit for Ben Shorthouse. Second double of the day in this contest. Now it's Clay Roman. Roman singled and scored in the second. 1 for 2. Shows bunt, pulls back, takes a pitch low in the dirt from Joe Vita. Ball 1. Vita, the starting pitcher today. Working in the 6th. Longest outing this season, went 6 innings against LaRoche back on March 11th. 1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Here in the win in that contest. A 5-3 victory for W&J. Allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Struck out a pair. 2-0, ground ball headed up the middle and will get through. Shorthouse held at third as Stanish comes up throwing. Runners at the corners. Nobody out on the bottom of the 6th.
Waynesburg, one thing you can say about them, very resilient in this game. A lot of teams could have just packed it in, gone through the motions, trailing by 11 before even coming through the plate, but done a nice job of putting together a couple innings where they've scored, chipping away, and continue to chip. They played W&J even past that top of the first inning. 11-run deficit.
16-5 currently. Mark Timmons trying to eat away at that with runners at the corners and nobody out. Goes after the first pitch, fly ball to right. McIlvain backpedals, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Shorthouse, and he'll score as the president's more concerned about the runner at first to keep him there. Sac fly, RBI for Timmons, and it's a 10-run game, 16-6. You can hear from where we sit in the press box, Mike Humiston still encouraging his troops. That, come on, they were up 6 in the last game.
Trying to plant that seed of doubt. A couple more hits. Maybe Dowd will start to creep in a little bit.
Pickoff throw to check Roman. Neil Jacopin, slow roller right side of the infield. Hopping over that ground ball was Roman. Throw to first by second baseman Kyle Smith. Gets the out 4-3. Roman to second, 2 away in the 6th. Now Roman trying to distract the second baseman Smith. Tippy-toeing and then hopping over the baseball as it came in his direction. Eric Crum. Strike on the inside part of the plate. Crum 1 for 3, a single and a run scored. 16-6 Presidents over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. The final game of our tripleheader today. Winner will move on to face Thomas More. Loser is done, and the Presidents with a bead on that meeting with Thomas More. Rain falling once again at Ross Memorial. 1-1 pitch. Wasted by Crum over the third base seats. Joe Vita with a look at the runner at second. Roman. Ground ball up the middle and another base hit for the Yellow Jackets. And Eric Crum, runner waved from third. He'll score. Crum with an RBI single as Roman hustles home. And it's 16-7. Presidents lead cut to 9. And here comes Jeff Mountain, the head coach of the Presidents, out to talk with Vita.
Oh, just a couple days ago in Class A minor league baseball, there was a game between the Clinton Lumber Kings and the Burlington Bees that started out 17-1 in favor of one team and ended up a 20-17 win on a team that was down 16 runs. Clinton Lumber Kings coming all the way back, so 11 runs is nothing.
It has been done before. And just recently, Nathan Morai, roller to second, gobbled up by Smith. He'll toss to first baseman Schultz to end the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Yellow Jackets and 1 left aboard. Score after 6. It's W&J 16, Waynesburg 7. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
Mr. Big's Sports Grill and Tap Room, Washington's premier sports restaurant, offering an all-day lunch and dinner menu featuring a wide variety of items, including Mr. Big's Platter, ribs, boneless wings, and shrimp. Stop in and enjoy what's on any of their 25 HD TVs, or relax on the fully seated patio. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 2 a.m. with live entertainment every weekend. Located at 595 Racetrack Road off I-79 at exit 41, down from the Meadows. Mr. Big's.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
16-7, our score favoring the W&J Presidents over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. Top of the 7th, Derek McIlvain, Tyler Schultz, and Derek Helbing. 7, 8, 9 due up. Second inning of relief for Derek Whalen. He checked in the 6th. Back-to-back shutout innings by Waynesburg pitchers in the 5th and 6th. Trying to keep that going as Waynesburg also scoring 2 runs in back-to-back innings in the 5th and 6th. First pitch is strike to McIlvain. Presidents belting out 11 runs in the first. Oh, what a strike on the outside corner. Not to the liking of the President's dugout. Rain slowing up. Under the lights at Ross Memorial. 0-2. Fly ball by McIlvain, hung high to right center. Ranging over Eric Crum to his right to make the catch. 1 out. Presidents, after playing 3 runs in the 4th, have just 1 hit since then. A 1-out double in the 5th by Tyler Schultz, and it's Schultz who steps in next. He's 1 for 4. Pitch from Whalen. Fastball high. 16-7, W&J. 7 RBIs this evening for Ronnie Parrish, including 2 3-run homers in the first inning alone. 1-0. Hard ground ball to third. Scooped up by Trescott. Accurate toss across the diamond to get Schultz. 2 away in the 7th.
No, both third basemen all day long, all tournament long. Trescott and Kyle McLean showing off their arms. That was another nice, strong throw from the hot corner.
Derek Helbing. Infield RBI single and a run scored in the first. He's 1 for 4. 2 outs, nobody aboard in the top of the 7th. 16-7. Presidents leading the Jackets. And a fastball strike on the outer third. Whalen, after hitting and walking the first 2 batters he faced in the 6th, has retired 5 in a row. Oh, 1. That is outside. Whalen, his longest outing this year, 3 innings against Mount Union, very early in the season on March 8th. 1-1. Breaking ball up and in at the letters. 2-1 to Helbing. Second inning of relief currently for Whalen, having gone 1 2/3 thus far. With nobody aboard and 2 outs, 2-1 pitch coming to Helbing. Swing and a miss. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a fly ball by Helbing to shallow right. In comes Crum, makes a semi-leaping catch. It's a little hop to make that grab. And 1, 2, 3 go the Presidents for the first time today. Score after 6.5 is its 7th inning stretch time at Ross Memorial Park. It's W&J 16, Waynesburg 7. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
Yo, what's up? This is the Black Eyed Peas, and we're here for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. Music is one of the most important things in our lives, but nothing is more important than life itself. So when you drink and drive, you're risking the life of yourself and the lives of everybody on the road. Don't plan to drive, just plan ahead.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
For 3 generations, Sharps Furniture has been proud to serve southwestern PA with their brand of personal service. Being an authorized dealer for Lazy Boy, they are dedicated to providing the finest quality products made here in the U.S. of A. Looking for custom upholstery? Sharps carries a large selection of upholstery to choose from, all made in America. And their friendly staff will deliver right to your front door. Sharps Furniture, your authorized Lazy Boy dealer. Family owned, family operated since 1917. Located just off I-70, exit 19B in Washington, PA.
16-7, Presidents over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. Waynesburg has scored 2 runs in each of the last 2 innings and trying to continue their roll as they have trimmed the President's lead to 9. WJ was up 16-3. They jumped out to an 11-0 lead. And starting pitcher Joe Vita, his day is done as he goes 6 innings, allowing 11 hits to Waynesburg, 7 runs. And he will give way to a left-hander out of the President's bullpen. And our new pitcher, Nick Comport, in the contest. Comport this year, 5 appearances, 6 innings. Delivers low, ball 1 to Matt Bensinger. An ERA of 3. Has given up 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 4, struck out a batter in those 6 innings of work so far. The southpaw, lefty versus lefty, going up against Bensinger. And the 1-0 popped out of play.
Comport out of Mars High School. We're talking about mascots up here a little while ago. Mars, the fighting planets. Not just the planets, they are the fighting planets.
Interesting. 1-1. Low for a ball. I'm just trying to think how that works out.
How planets can fight?
Exactly. I guess in Mars, anything's possible.
I don't know if they would fight. I would think they would just circle each other.
That's typically what planets do. Just circle around. Orbit. 2-1, misses the zone, 3 balls and a strike. Comport trying to get some outs here. 3-1, a strike on the outer corner. Bensinger 3 for 3 today with 2 triples, a double, and 2 runs scored. So the Mars product, Comport's his payoff pitch, ground ball to second. Kyle Smith to his right, almost overran it, but it reaches out to his left, gets to the baseball, and fires on to first to retire Bensinger. 4-3, 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. John Kletzley, a couple of RBIs today, 1 for 3 with a double. Comport's offering. A curveball, but just misses the zone. Ball 1. Kletzley, the freshman. Fastball up and in, catches perhaps the sleeve of Kletzley, but just ticked the jersey. Hit batsman, puts him on. Jeff Mountain going to the lefty for some lefty versus lefty matchups. A lot of left-handed hitters in the Waynesburg lineup, especially at the top of the order. And now it's right-handed hitting Jordan Truscott, who's 0 for 3. (16-7), W&J owning a 9-run lead. Pitch gets through catcher Helbing, and on to second is Kletzley. Now Waynesburg has scored in 4 of the last 5 innings and in the last 2. What was a 13-run lead has been trimmed to 9. And continuing to work at it, Jordan Truscott accepts a breaking ball, low and in, 2-0. Tune in tomorrow, 1 p.m. start time for the championship round of the PAC Baseball Tournament. 2-0, a strike on the inside corner. If necessary, game slated for 4. Kletzley at second with 1 out. 2-1 pitch on its way. Fastball on the inside corner to Truscott. Evens up the count, 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Fastball stays below the knees.
Good spot to miss. If you're going to miss slow.
Runs the count full on Truscott. After Kletzley was hit by a pitch, pass ball to second. 3-2. Ground ball to third. McLean will scoop it up in the breadbasket, throw to first. Oh, a strong throw. Again, displaying the arm. Retires Truscott. That was not an easy play. Kletzley to third base, 2 away.
For a moment, McLean might eat that ball. He had Kletzley running right at him from second. Heading into third. Would have been an much easier tag play. Possibly a rundown type of situation, but definitely had Kletzley hung up between second and third.
Now it's Ben Shorthouse. Couple of doubles. Pops up the pitch. Foul territory. First baseman Schultz called off by Kyle Smith, the second baseman in foul ground, and it's out number 3. A hit batsman, one left stranded after 7 innings. It's W&J 16, Waynesburg 7. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
When you are in need of fast, affordable, and professional voiceovers, contact TimeAd Productions. TimeAd Productions offers voice services for business presentations, documentary narrations, radio, television, imaging, and commercials, movie trailers, corporate phone systems, websites, audiobooks, and more. Visit or contact us online at www.timeadproductions.com.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help. Call us at 1-877-889-0965. That number, 877-889-0965. Or visit us online at triple.com and on Facebook.
First pitch in the top of the 8th inning to Michael Ruffing is a strike. W&J on top 16-7 over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. 11-run first inning and 6 RBIs in that first inning alone for Ronnie Parrish. He hit 2 3-run homers. He currently has 7 ribbies. 0-1 pitch misses to Ruffing. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-2-3 due up in this 8th for W&J as Derek Whalen stays on for the Yellow Jackets. Whalen's 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. So trying to match his longest outing of the season. Two-one delivery. Ruffing watches a strike in the upper part of the zone. Ruffing has been on base 4 times in this contest. 3 hits, 2 singles, a double, 1 RBI, and 3 runs scored. Presidents up by 9. 2-2 from Whalen. Pops him up. And third baseman Truscott drops it. Is coming in and then toward the pitcher's mound. And as that ball came closer to earth, Truscott tried to hustle quickly to it, and his steps became more rapid, could not hang on.
That's been that kind of game for Waynesburg. It's been a long day as well. 2 baseball games, and certainly behind the 8 ball very early in this game. Give them credit, though, not quitting. They're actually outscoring W&J now since the top of the first inning, 7-5. So they've done a nice job of fighting during this game, but they've made a few mistakes in the field. That their 4th error now of the ball game.
Pitch a strike. to Corey Bauer. He was hit by a pitch in the 6th inning and was pinch hitting for Nick Vento at that time, stayed in to play left field.
I really think this game, too, is more of a product of the President's attitude heading into this game. It really doesn't matter who the opponent would have been for this game. I think they were in for a bad awakening, and the President's jumping on Waynesburg pitching early. I think they would have done the same thing had it been Bethany that had won the first game. The way W&J came out and just attacked the baseball and hit it all over the yard. They had a different attitude than they had at the end of the Thomas More loss.
0-2 pitch to Bauer. Breaking ball swung on and missed. That would have been inside, but it's strike 3. And Bauer down on strikes. 3rd K of the game for Whalen. 1 out runner at first in the 8th inning. It's 16-7 W&J. As you were saying, W&J sitting on that loss against Thomas More, developing a bad attitude, and they unleashed it on whomever it was going to be, whether it was Waynesburg or Bethany, and it happened to be Waynesburg.
And just maybe a case of wrong place, wrong time if you're Waynesburg. You like to pick up the win, but going against a hungry W&J team, they're hungry to get to tomorrow, and they showed it.
A machine in the 1st inning, 11 runs. Strike 1 to Stanish. Look over at the runner at first, roughing by Derek Whalen. Deals the 0-1 breaking ball low and away. Glad you can be with us on the PAC Sports Network. I'm Randy Gore along with Justin Piles for the broadcast. We'll have the championship round tomorrow starting at 1 and an if necessary game at 4.
W&J puts up 16 runs on 19 hits. It's either going to be a very long first game or we're going to have an if game.
Hey, if necessary could be very necessary if that happens tomorrow in game 1. Two balls and a strike to left-handed hitting Josh Stanish, the all-time hits leader for the W&J Presidents. With 1 aboard, 2-1 outside. Mark Timmons trying to settle his pitcher down. Whalen still has not allowed a hit yet to W&J. A hit batter, a walk, and an error started this inning, putting roughing on. Three-1 delivery. Fastball up and outside, ball 4. The 2 on with 1 away. Talking with Jeff Mountain before all of the day's action. Asked him about last night's win over Waynesburg in the first day of the tournament. And he had talked about how scrappy Waynesburg was. And we've seen more of that in this game, no matter how big of a lead W&J has built.
Well, scrappy is also a word that you can use to describe the Presidents, just because the way that they come at you, relentless.
Check swing by Parrish. Pitch drops below the zone for ball 1.
They do the little things well. Really haven't had an opportunity in the tournament to do the little things well yet. This is a team, again, that likes to steal bases, likes to situationally hit, bunt, hit and run. Seen a couple squeezes in the tournament. Certainly something in the President's arsenal as well.
1-0 fastball hits Parrish in the helmet. And Parrish with a look at Whalen, but he'll go up the first base line. And the home plate umpire, Mark Schmidt, tells Whalen, just get to the pitcher's mound. Now, Parrish has hit 2 home runs today and 7 RBI. And Parrish still kind of staring back toward the Waynesburg mound, but Coach Jeff Mountain escorting Parrish to first base. So that'll put runners at first. That'll load up the bases. Runners at first, second, and third. Roughing to third, Stanish to second, and Parrish now aboard on the hit batsman. Parrish is okay. He was hit in the helmet, fortunately, but you hate to see a pitch come up and in on anybody.
They may get a runner for him.
Yeah, I think Jeff Mountain says that's it for Parrish today. You've had a good one. I need you tomorrow. I'm going to take a look at the area where he was hit by a pitch. have a potential pinch runner coming out of the dugout, but he is denied with a smile on his face. Ronnie Parrish wants to stay in. Now out comes Perry Cunningham to talk with Whalen. It's Anthony Palladino, who was hoping to be the pinch runner for Ronnie Parrish, but he was told to get back to the dugout. So again, Parrish okay, hit by pitch, hitting the helmet, but ultimately all right. Kyle McLean has reached 3 times, 1 for 5 overall. Bases filled with Presidents in the 8th. Whalen still has not surrendered a hit despite filling him up. In his 3rd inning of relief, and a breaking ball strike to McLean. McLean, the excellent third baseman and relief pitcher for the Presidents, on the 0-1 pitch. A liner past Whalen. Sliding effort made by Jakob and flips to Morai out at second on to first. Top shelf effort, Jakob and Morai to Bensinger to end the inning. 4-6-3 double play, and that all started with Jakobin on the stab of the one-hopper diving effort to his right. And the inning concludes for the Presidents, 2 left stranded after 7.5. Presidents 16, Yellow Jackets 7. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
Visagroup, a multifaceted graphic designs company that has been producing great designs since 1999, offering creative services like branding, new media, illustration, exhibitions, advertising, direct mail, and annual reports. Everything Visagroup does is focused on producing outstanding design and service. For a design consultation, email Visagroup at info@visagroup.net. Good things come in small packages, and we do big things.
When you're seriously in debt, you know that feeling. It returns every time the phone rings. Things are out of control. A job you were counting on didn't come through, or you got sick. No matter how it got to this point, your creditors don't care or understand. But I do. I'm attorney Dan Foster, Mr. Debtbuster. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to help. Call 877-673-3282 or visit MrDebtbuster.com. There is a way out, and I'll help get you there.
Foster Law Offices is a debt relief agency helping people file for relief under the U.S. Bankruptcy Code.
Mr. Big's Sports Grill and Tap Room, Washington's premier sports restaurant, offering an all-day lunch and dinner menu featuring a wide variety of items, including Mr. Big's platter, ribs, boneless wings, and shrimp. Stop in and enjoy what's on any of their 25 HD TVs, or relax on the fully seated patio. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 2 a.m. with live entertainment every weekend. Located at 595 Racetrack Road off I-79 at exit 41, down from the Meadows. Mr. Big's.
New pitcher in for the W&J Presidents in the bottom of the 8th inning. It is Randall Risch, right-hander, in relief of Nick Comport. Comport going 1 inning, hit 1 batter, and that was it. And the bottom of the 8th, bottom of the order due up for Waynesburg. Clay Roman watches a fastball from Risch for strike 1 at the knees. Risch with the Black Sox pulled knee high. Has worked 11 innings this season for the Presidents. Owns an ERA of 6.55 and a liner at McLean at third. 1 down. Roman retired, hit it right at McLean.
Yeah, that one hit right on the screws, but right at McLean, lifted the glove up, watched the ball head right into it. Risch actually had a better year. 2013, 15 appearances, 2-2 record, 4.93 ERA a year ago. A little less work this year.
Swing and a miss by Mark Timmons for strike 1. 16-7, Presidents leading W&J. Already 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. 0-1. Breaking ball up and in. Mark Timmons, a 2-run double in the second, sac fly RBI in the sixth. 1-1 to Timmons is outside, 2 balls and a strike. Deep breath for Risch. Waits and brings the 2-1. Chopper third base side and a foul ball.
Just outside the bag.
Waynesburg wants that to be a fair ball. McLean reached out with the bare hand, and the third base umpire ruled foul ball.
They might have a claim here. That ball didn't hit foul. It was well past the bag when it hit the ground. And that wasn't foul by a foot. Mike Humiston, a pretty good talk down there, down the left field line. I agree with him. That ball, it could have been foul, but the way that was hit and the where it was hit, where it hit past the base made me think that ball went right over the base, or some part of that ball went over the base.
2-2 to Timmons. Roller foul, first base side. Long run on the scoop. Smith gets to it, and the quick dart throw to Schultz. 2 outs. Now it's Neil Jacobin.
Just a slow ground ball. Smith charged it, threw on to first. Sometimes those are difficult plays. Charging in like that, you get your feet tangled up and trying to reach for the ball. He was able to make that routine.
Jacobin, the Washington, PA native. Fastball outside to him. Randy Risch, the Grove City product out of Grove City High School as well. 6'2", 195-pound right-hander. 16-7, W&J in front. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, nobody aboard. A strike on the outside edge with the fastball. One. Just misses the outside corner. 16 runs on 19 hits for W&J, no errors. Waynesburg 7 runs on 11 hits and 4 errors. 2-1. Rich deals low. 3 balls and a strike. If you're just joining us, an 11-run first inning put the Presidents up big time. 2 3-run homers hit in that frame by Ronnie Parrish. Total of 7 runs batted in this evening for Ronnie Parrish. Here's a 3-1 from Risch. Fastball on the outer third to right-handed hitting Jacobin. Full count. Risch ready with the signs in the 3-2. Check swing, but a called strike 3 as Risch rings up Jacobin with the breaking ball. And 1-2-3 go the Jackets. After 8 innings, it's W&J 16, Waynesburg 7. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
Yo, what's up? This is the Black Eyed Peas, and we're here for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. Music is one of the most important things in our lives, but nothing is more important than life itself. So when you drink and drive, you're risking the life of yourself and the lives of everybody on the road. Don't plan to drive, just plan ahead.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Top of the ninth inning, W&J holding a commanding 16-7 lead over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. 11-run first inning for W&J. Got them off and running. Added on runs, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth. Waynesburg scoring 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and then 2 more in the fifth and sixth innings, respectively. Cal Smith starts off the ninth against Derek Whalen. Fastball upstairs from Whalen, ball 1. Pause of the pitch, 1-0 is a strike. Whalen records 1 out in this inning. It'll be his longest appearance of the season. 1-1 on its way, and it's popped up right side. Shallow right field. Second baseman Jakobin calls for it and hauls it in, 1 down. Derek McIlvain, a 3-hit day, 3 for 5. 2 singles, a double, 2 runs scored, and 1 run batted in.
Top seed in the OAC is in trouble right now in an elimination game. Marietta playing at their home field, trailing 5-1 in the 6th inning to Baldwin Wallace. That's an elimination game. Marietta usually very strong in baseball, and they host the regional, Mid-East Regional this year. Last year it was at Rose-Hulman in Terre Haute, Indiana. This year a little closer to home for W&J.
Pitch a ball to Derek McIlvain. 1 out, nobody on. 9-run lead for the Presidents. 1-0. Fly ball down the line and left. Long run for Shorthouse at fair ground, makes the catch. 2 outs. So Marietta down 5-1 to Baldwin Wallace. Waynesburg with a couple of former Marietta Pioneers. Center fielder Clay Roman, one of those. Tyler Schultz, 1 for 5 with a double. Presidents on top, 16-7. Strike 1 delivered from Derek Whalen. Whalen has allowed 2 walks, has hit 2 batters, but has not yielded a hit. 0-1 in the dirt. And struck out 3 along the way. Picked up a big double play by Neil Jakobin. Jakobin, terrific effort to end the 8th.
Yeah, short hop on his backhand, able to turn a double play. That was top shelf play. Highlight reel.
1-1. Foul ball over the seating area, first base side, and now 1-2 on Schultz. Schultz has had his share of defensive efforts in this game over at the first base position for the Presidents. Here's the 1-2, and it's outside. As things looking bleak for the Yellow Jackets right now, as we said, really from the start of this contest, the Yellow Jackets have shown plenty of fight and have had some terrific plays. That one that we just talked about by Jakobin is a great example of it. 2-2, fastball up high, 3-2 on Schultz.
Patriots just took a quarterback in the NFL draft, Jimmy Garoppolo from Eastern Illinois.
Guess you got to have somebody back up Tom Brady.
Well, I saw him on a sit down with John Gruden, that program that Gruden does with all the promising quarterbacks. Seemed like he carried himself pretty well. You never know. The Patriots always have something up their sleeve. Who knows? Maybe they found the heir apparent to Tom Brady, although that remains to be seen. Eastern Illinois.
3-2, high fly ball to left on the run, Shorthouse. He'll have room. Near the fence, he'll make the catch for out number 3. Presidents retired in order. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning at Ross Memorial Park. The score, W&J 16, Waynesburg 7. You're listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
For 3 generations, Sharp's Furniture has been proud to serve southwestern PA with their brand of personal service. Being an authorized dealer for Lazy Boy, they are dedicated to providing the finest quality products made here in the U.S. of A. Looking for custom upholstery? Sharp's carries a large selection of upholstery to choose from, all made in America. And their friendly staff will deliver right to your front door. Sharp's Furniture, your authorized Lazy Boy dealer. Family owned, family operated since 1917. Located just off I-70, exit 19B in Washington, PA.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help. Call us at 1-877-889-0965. That number, 877-889-0965. Or visit us online at triple.com and on Facebook.
Bottom of the 9th inning, W&J leading 16-7 over the Waynesburg Yellow Jackets. Some changes for the Presidents. Riley Groves into pitch. And also Kyle Smith going from second base to third base is our new second baseman for W&J is Matt Fry. I have a pinch hitter for Waynesburg in this bottom of the 9th inning, hitting for Eric Crum.
Will be Andrew Rose.
Saw Rose as a pinch hitter in the earlier game against Bethany, and he watches strike one, fastball from Riley Grove. Grove's 0-1. Wasted down the right field side. And now 0-2. Grove's in front.
Groves with some good speed on the ball. A couple of fastballs, first 2 pitches out of the gate. Rose a little late on it.
Groves a freshman right-hander, perhaps a closer of the future for W&J. Getting a look at him here in the 9th, Jeff Mountain. Another 0-2 foul ball. Oh, 2 to Rose, and a slow roller to second. Hit to Fry. Handles, throws, and retires. And it's out number 1. Rose set down to begin the 9th. Nathan Morai, 0 for 4. Groves deals a fastball inside at the letters. Riley Groves, 5'11", 165-pounder from Louisville, Ohio. Making his 4th appearance of the season. Fly ball to shallow right. In comes McIlvain. He'll have to watch it drop. A one-out single for Nathan Morai.
I think that was one that could have been caught. Fry going out, McIlvain coming in. Not a whole lot of communication between the two, and McIlvain, I think, saw Fry out of the corner of his eye, pulled up and let that one fall. He could have had a collision there if McIlvain had continued.
Groves goes over the signs with Helbinger. Fastball on the outside corner. With 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 9th, 16-7 lead, W&J. Fastball. Blown past Bensinger. That was a low heater. Bensinger could not resist. He's behind 0-2.
Looked like a little movement away from Bensinger on that fastball as well. Bensinger lefty. That fastball coming from the righty Groves. Little outward tail into the right-handed batter's box.
Bensinger on the 0-2 lines it off the roof of the clubhouse. President 16 runs on 19 hits, no errors. Waynesburg 7 runs on 12 hits and 4 errors. An 11-run first inning for W&J. And 2 3-run homers in that frame for Ronnie Parrish. 0-2 called strike 3 on Matt Bensinger. And he is the hitting's second out. And Riley Groves 1 out away from putting a capper on this one.
Yeah, backdoor breaking ball from Groves. Caught the outside part of the plate. He's looked good here. Could have been out of the inning. A little communication in the outfield, but 2 outs anyway. Runner on first.
John Kletzley outside to him, ball 1. Ronnie Parrish, 7 RBI evening for W&J in this 16-run performance. The Presidents looking to face Thomas More tomorrow at 1. Groves gets a wave and a miss from Kletzley. Foul tip into the glove of catcher Helbing. We'll have all the action for you tomorrow on the PAC Sports Network. 1 p.m. the championship round begins. If necessary, game at 4. Riley's 1-1 pitch, and Groves delivers a fastball just below the knees. 2 balls and a strike. First baseman Schultz playing behind the runner with a 9-run lead and 2 outs. Groves 2-1 outside, 3 balls and a strike. Now the 3-1. It's low, ball 4. Runners at first and second for Waynesburg. And this 9th inning, at least thus far, typical of the Yellow Jackets, not going away without making some noise. As third baseman Jordan Truscott, our Mr. Big's big player of the game, in Game 2 today, had a walk-off RBI single to beat Bethany 5-4. Stay tuned in the postgame. We'll hand out that award again for this one. Strike delivered by Groves to Truscott at the knees. Morai at second, Kletzley at first. 2 down in the bottom of the 9th inning. W&J holding a 16-7 advantage. Riley Groves with the 0-1 and a foul ball to the screen. After a ground out of Rose, a single by Morai. Bensinger punched out, Kletzley walked. And with 2 aboard and 2 outs and an 0-2 pitch coming, Riley Groves with the offering and a liner towards second over the leaping glove of Fry and into right field. 1 will score. It's 16-8. Throwing to third base and in standing is Kletzley. And it's 16-8. Waynesburg again, if this inning is exemplary of this night, while Waynesburg has fallen behind big early, not going out without making some noise. Truscott with an RBI single. He likes those RBI singles in the 9th inning. Pushing Kletzley to third. Now it's Ben Shorthouse. Eight-run advantage for the Presidents. Shorthouse takes a sharp pitch inside as he turns his left shoulder in toward home plate to avoid the pitch. 1 ball and no strikes.
Presidents looking for that final out. Move on to tomorrow.
Thomas More Saints, they have been resting ever since getting the final out earlier this afternoon. 1-0 pitch outside and low. 2 balls and no strikes. And Thomas More awaiting The W&J Presidents just 1 out away from closing this out. Riley Groves, 2-0 fastball at the knees on the inner third. Brings the count to 2-1 on Ben Shorthouse, who's 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 runs scored. Next pitch, fastball away, 3-1 on Shorthouse. The Yellow Jackets cranking out 13 hits today. Good offensive performance with 8 runs, but that 11-run first buried them. Now Groves 3-1, up and in, and that kicks off the glove of Helbing, and trying to score from third is Kletzley, and he will. 16-9, 2 runners on for the Yellow Jackets. Ball 4, walk Shorthouse, popped into and out of the glove of Helbing behind him on the high offering. Kletzley took advantage of it to hustle home.
Not for a split second that may have caught Shorthouse up high, and if it did, of course, hit by pitch is a dead ball. Runner would have had to go back to third, but alertly coming home was Kletzley.
Clay Roman 2 for 4, 2 singles, 2 runs. Fastball on the outside edge. Two more runs here in this bottom of the ninth for Waynesburg, still down by 7. Riley Groves 0-1 fastball downstairs. Roman, right-handed hitting center fielder for the Yellow Jackets on the 1-1 pitch. Hits a hard roller to second. Glove by Fry. He'll flip to Ruffing covering the bag at second, and that's your ball game. The W&J Presidents advance to the championship round tomorrow to face the Thomas More Saints. The Yellow Jackets scored 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, and 2 left stranded in the bottom of the ninth. Your final score, W&J 16, Waynesburg 9. You are listening to the PAC Baseball Championships, brought to you by Sport Clips.
When you are in need of fast, affordable, and professional voiceovers, contact TimeAt Productions. TimeAt Productions offers voice services for business presentations, documentary narrations, radio, television, imaging, and commercials, movie trailers, corporate phone systems, websites, audiobooks, and more. Visit or contact us online at www.timeatproductions.com.
The Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America has important information for people with asthma. There are 2 main causes of asthma symptoms: airway constriction you feel and inflammation you may not, and most medicines only treat one. At asthma.com, you'll find information about working with your doctor and treating both main causes of asthma symptoms, and how this can help prevent symptoms before they even start. This message brought to you by AAFA with funding and editorial support by GlaxoSmithKline. For more information, go to asthma.com.
When you're seriously in debt, you know that feeling. It returns every time the phone rings. Things are out of control. A job you were counting on didn't come through, or you got sick. No matter how it got to this point, your creditors don't care or understand. But I do. I'm attorney Dan Foster, Mr. Debt Buster. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to help. Call 877-673-3282 or visit MrDebtBuster.com. There is a way out, and I'll help get you there.
Foster Law Offices is a debt relief agency helping people file for relief under the U.S. Bankruptcy Code.
Mr. Big's Sports Grill and Tap Room, Washington's premier sports restaurant, offering an all-day lunch and dinner menu featuring a wide variety of items, including Mr. Big's platter, ribs, boneless wings, and shrimp. Stop in and enjoy what's on any of their 25 HD TVs, or relax on the fully seated patio. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 2 a.m. with live entertainment every weekend. Located at 595 Racetrack Road off I-79 at exit 41, down from the Meadows. Mr. Big's.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
Yo, what's up? This is the Black Eyed Peas, and we're here for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. Music is one of the most important things in our lives, but nothing is more important than life itself. So when you drink and drive, you're risking the life of yourself and the lives of everybody on the road. Don't plan to drive, just plan ahead.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Glad to have you along tonight on the PAC Sports Network. W&J in the final game of our triple header, defeating Waynesburg 16-9. So that means the Presidents will come back and face Thomas More tomorrow at 1 p.m. in the championship round, the if necessary game at 4 p.m. Double elimination tournament. W&J with 1 loss already to Thomas More in this tournament. So it's real simple. If Thomas More wins game 1, it's all over. If W&J wins game 1, then you have that if necessary contest. Let's give you a quick recap of the scoring in this one. An 11-run top of the first before people could fully settle into their seats here at Ross Memorial. The Presidents up 11, and the inning highlighted by 2 3-run homers by Ronnie Parrish. Also, Josh Stanish with 2 singles and 3 RBIs as part of the inning. Now, those would really be your big run producers in this one for the Presidents. Is that 11-run lead had the Presidents on top from the get-go and wire to wire. In the top of the second inning, the Presidents added on to make it 12-0, as you had an RBI double by Michael Ruffing. Waynesburg getting on the board in the bottom of the second, a 2-run double by Mark Timmons cut it to a 12-2 contest. It was back up to 13-2 Presidents. An RBI single by Derek McIlvain scored Josh Stanish. Waynesburg in the bottom of the third, an RBI double by John Kletzley, plated Matt Bensinger, 13-3 Presidents. It became 16-3 W&J, an RBI single by Josh Stanish, and 2 runs scoring on that base hit. It 1 on the single, another on an error, and then Ronnie Parrish followed up with his 7th RBI of the night at RBI groundout. It was 16-3 W&J. The Yellow Jackets not going away, though, without making some noise. An RBI ground out by John Kletzley, an RBI triple by Matt Bensinger first, then an RBI ground out by John Kletzley, cut it to 16-5. It was 16-7 after 6, a sac fly RBI by Mark Timmons and an RBI single by Eric Crum. And 16-9 would be your final, as the Yellow Jackets tack on 2 more in the bottom of the ninth. A pass ball scoring 1 run and an RBI single by Jordan Truscott plates another. And the Yellow Jackets scoring plenty of runs, but 9 was not enough today, as the Presidents bust out early and win it 16-9. Justin Piles has our pitching totals.
Well, it's never a good thing when a baseball team needs 3 pitchers to get out of the first inning, but that's what happened with Waynesburg here tonight. Derek Savacki started, going just 1/3 of an inning, surrendering 5 hits, 5 runs. And he was gone after 18 pitches. In came Connor Furwa, who also lasted 1/3 of an inning. He surrendered 4 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, walked 1, struck out 1. They both yielded to Jacob Meyer, who did pretty decent work considering the situation he was brought into. 4 1/3, 10 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, struck out a batter, did not walk anyone. Derek Whalen finished up 4 innings of scoreless relief for Waynesburg. On the W&J side, Joe Vita started 6 innings, 11 hits, 7 earned runs, struck out 1. Good work for him, but being up 11 before you take the mound is always a good place to start. Nick Comport, Randy Risch, Riley Groves, an inning each in relief for W&J. Joe Vita is your winner. He's now 3-2 on this year. Derek Zavatsky ends the season 1-2.
So Presidents improved to 29-14. Waynesburg's season ends with an 18-25 record. Tip of the cap to Waynesburg in their scrappy effort tonight, as they had last night as well. And Waynesburg winning one game in this tournament, a walk-off 5-4 victory over the Bethany Bison in the middle game of our triple header today. In this nightcap of the triple dip, time now to hand out our Player of the Game award, our Mr. Biggs Big Player of the Game. And, well, here, I'll start with this. A guy that goes 4 for 4 with 4 singles, walks twice, drives in 4, and scores 4 times is not your Player of the Game. That is because Ronnie Parrish, as that was Josh Stanish, by the way, with that stat line, Ronnie Parrish today, 2 3-run homers in the first inning, and followed up with an RBI ground out in the fourth. 7 ribbies today. Ronnie Parrish, our Mr. Biggs Big Player of the Game.
We have to give Stanish a little bit of credit because he was on base for those RBIs. If he wasn't there, Parrish's RBI total would be a little bit down. So maybe co-sign Josh Stanish to that Player of the Game. A little bit of an assist from the 3-hitter for the output of the cleanup hitter.
Absolutely. So Stanish, honorable mention. Ronnie Parrish, our Mr. Biggs Big Player of the Game. Visit our Player of the Game page at pacstream.net. Again, sponsored by Mr. Biggs Sports Grill and Tap Room on Racetrack Road, down from the Meadows in the Meadowlands area. Justin Piles, final thoughts on day 2.
Excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow is a championship day, and W&J, we've not seen Jared Baird yet, just a hunch that he might start that first game, and you've been talking to Coach Hetzer about Andy Ronker. Might be his time to start a ball game in that opening game tomorrow. Possibility of 2 games, but definitely getting 1 game tomorrow, and I think that could be the pitching matchup. No one said anything to me, but just a hunch on that one.
Well, Jeff Hetzer, I know talking to him yesterday and today, he said that we have to win this tournament in 3 games, and so I would suspect that you will see Andy Ronker in Game 1 tomorrow, and if Thomas More has their way, it's the only game. W&J, of course, they need to force a second to win the championship in 2014. So the reigning champs send home Waynesburg with a 16-9 win in the third contest today, and that's a wrap for day 2 of the PAC Baseball Championships. For my partner, Justin Piles, I'm Randy Gore. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 1 p.m. W&J and Thomas More for it all on the PAC Sports Network. Glad to have you along throughout all of our action. The PAC Baseball Championships brought to you by Sport Clips.